What's up, everyone?
Get an air drum solo. What's up?
Hey,
Me and the Metal Mike here.
yep, and you
No,
got me, of
old
course.
school raw.
Yep, and you got me here as well, Brian Arnold, aka Demon Master Reviews, the owner and founder of Damage Incorporated Network, of which he's a part of, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep, we're just having a normal hangout stream, nothing else.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on, chat. Ask us questions. Give us some album versus albums. Give us,
Oh,
deliver us, deliver us the goods. Well, hey,
yeah.
boss. What's up?
How you doing,
Give
boss?
us some album versus album.
Yeah,
We
you want to come on, boss? You got time to come and join
were
and
talking
hang out?
wrestling. Yeah. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know, boss. Ah.
Oh, okay. Who sucks eggs more,
All right,
Sammy Hagar or Sammy Hagar? I would laugh. I call him Sammy Belcher. Sammy Hagar sucks eggs. He cries to his mommy.
all right. I put it in the. I put it anybody watching. We got two people. Who else we got in the chat?
Sam, we have Sammy Hagar, the next janitor. I gotta roast Sammy Hagar, so I gotta get it out of my system.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Sammy Hagar's lyrics. I got
That's
it from a lunchbox. Oh god, it's one of Sammy Hagar's worst Van Halen lyrics. Lunchbox.
there's a good Mike. Here's a good one. Hell bent for another highway to hell.
Oh, Highway
Ooh.
to Hell easily. No offense to Hellbent for Leather, but Highway to Hell is the superior album.
Stained Class is better than Hellbent. Beyond the Realms of Death is. Love that song. Love it.
Okay, Stained Class or Master of Reality.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
God damn. I'm gonna go with Master of Reality. And then in answer this one.
Yeah.
Hey Frederick, nice seeing you in here. I got four people in
Hey,
here. Welcome,
Frederick.
welcome.
Oh, Power
Power
Slave or Defenders of the Faith? Ooh.
Defender, Defender.
I gotta
Well,
go Power Slave. I gotta go Power Slave. That album's just
I
faster.
can't. I can't believe I'm going to say this. As much as I love Maiden, Defenders of the Faith. There's
I
just
gotta
songs
go
on
Iron Maiden,
there,
Power Slave.
there's just songs on
Come
Power Slave.
on.
There's just songs on Power Slave that I
I'm
can't.
sorry.
Whereas
Free
freaking
Wheel
Defenders,
Burning. Great song. But it doesn't compare to Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. It doesn't compare to Lost Words for Aura. It doesn't compare to Power Slave. It does not compare to Aces High.
I give you three songs that I will tell you are the reason I do not care for it. The two the two back-to-back sword songs, which was sorry were kind of a little bit dull, and Back to the Village. I do not care for Back to the Village. And I'm going to
Back
say
in
this.
the Village is a
I'm
fucking
going to
great song.
nope, bore me. And hold on, Mike. This may be controversial, but I think Rime of the Ancient Mariner is too long.
You're not wrong to say that. I think it's perfect.
I would have
Come
loved
on,
it to be.
boss. Give us
I'm like you.
more.
I would have loved it to be freaking 10, 11 minutes. I think that would have been perfect because it's got too much filler in there. And I'm like, it didn't need to be 13 minutes long. Okay, now to this one. Not even a contest, butchered at birth.
Oh, easily butchered at birth. Come on now. Come on, boss.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Come on,
Come to
Village of
Illinois or
Orange.
Metal Hell. Metal Health.
Mental health. Mental
Fire
health.
Riot. Come on now. Mental Health. Come on now.
Rain in blood. Rain in
Rain
blood.
and Blood. Rain
Spectrum
and
of death.
Blood. Easily. Easily.
Spectrum of death. Isn't that? I forgot who that was. Was that Morbid Saint? I can't remember. Who did? Who fucking did Spectrum of Death?
Ooh.
I
Boss.
got
Boss.
Rain of Ball.
You
Rain and
know
Blood.
Ryan. Hold on. Boss. You
Okay,
know
I'm
Ryan
giving.
loves the Scorpions, boss. You got to do an album versus album with the
Okay, Morbid.
Scorpions,
Okay,
boss.
Morbid Saint. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling that was Morbid Saint. But either way, Rain and Blood. Like a Virgin
Rain and Blood.
or don't or I know what that is. Oh, that Lucky Star. Lucky Star. I have no idea what that.
I have no
I know like
clue. Yeah,
I know
sorry.
like
That
I know like a Virgin is Madonna, but I can't remember who Lucky Star is.
fuck Madonna.
I'm gonna go
Sorry.
Madonna. I'm gonna go
Not
Madonna.
that.
Come
Oh,
on,
this one's for you, Ryan.
come on, come on. That's I mean, come on. I don't I like certain songs of Killers, but Blackout, Blackout's better. I'm one of those that's in the camp.
Blackout.
I'm
Blackout's the better album.
yeah, yeah. No offense to Killers, but Killers does have some filler on it. I'm one of those that thinks self-titled is perfect. Love the self-titled. I'm on Camp self-titled over Camp Killers. Um, hey, John,
Hmm.
Ring of Fire. Oh, that's
What's
Johnny
up,
Cash.
John?
I have no. I only know Johnny Cash.
Ring of Fire, man.
It's
Ring of
Johnny Cash.
Fire. Johnny Cash, man. Ring of Fire.
Yep.
What's up, Metal John?
Hello, John.
What's up, John? Sorry.
I'm sorry
Not
we're not
tonight,
brothers.
buddy.
Yep. I would rather you. I'd rather you stay in the chat tonight, John. It's best. Okay, and now we get to boss. Wheels of Steel. Oh, motherfucker! Wheels of Steel. That's oh, you mother. Wait, Mike. That's Saxon, right? That's Saxon, right? Wheels of Steel. That's Saxon.
Wheels of Steel,
Oh,
yeah. Versus
oh
Iron
my
Maiden
God.
self-titled.
I
Fucking
mean,
Wheels of Steel, man. I love the Iron Maiden
self-titled,
self-titled, but Saxon, man.
self-titled,
Saxon takes the cake there.
self-titled.
Wheels of Steel.
Self-titled Maiden better.
Okay.
Because I've only had. I'm gonna be honest here. I've only ever had one.
I'll be right back. I saw Baby Metal. I'll be right back.
Yeah, because I saw. Because I only had at one point one Five Finger Death Punch album when they were tolerable. I gotta go them. Next up,
Fuck.
Motorhead's Overkill or Virgin Killer.
Overkill. Overkill. Come on now, boss.
I'm
Come
going.
on.
I'm going.
Overkill.
I'm going Virgin Killer. I'm going Virgin Killer.
Overkill.
We got 5 people up in
Okay.
here. Welcome.
Is one of them metal? Is one of them Mr. Metal Ben himself? That'd be funny as hell. Or Dr. Ralph Fiera.
Uh,
How
uh,
about Zero in how about Zero?
yeah, we're not. I prefer
I don't
Cher.
like pop music.
I prefer Cher, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
Cher
no.
can Cher can actually
That's
sing.
Frederick being Frederick.
Cher can Cher can actually sing. She's a great singer in comparison to her and Lady Gaga.
Out of those two, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. Out of those two, give me fucking Taylor Swift. At least she can sing.
Oh no, no.
Yeah.
You did not just say that. What, boss?
What up?
You there?
Go, fuck sleep. Go, fuck sleep token.
What's up,
No.
boss?
Next.
What's up?
Oh god,
Ooh,
how's it going, man?
not much.
Hope y'all liked my pick, boys.
Yep,
What pick? Was it one of
yep.
these up here?
My band versus band ones.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monkeys are
True.
Beatles. Come on now. Come on now, Frederick.
True. Okay. I, no disrespect to those two, but I'm a Rolling Stones fan. So yeah, no, I'm not. I know my dad
Yeah.
likes Beatles. If I had to pick Beatles, because I know my dad likes them, but I'm a Rolling Stones guy.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Beatles guy either,
If you like the
personally.
Rolling Stones, did Beto John just say the unholy anus? Is that what he just said?
No, he said unholy trio. I have
No.
no idea what he means by
Oh, I thought.
unholy trio. Are we talking the black metal
I
albums
mean,
from
that's
Dark
John.
Throne? We're talking the black metal albums from Dark Throne. That's the only one I know.
There you go.
Well, since we're here, let's talk a little wrestling. Let's talk a little
Sure.
wrestling.
Oh, okay.
We can.
Yeah.
I apologize
So
too if I sound a little off. My voice has been shot for a little bit, so
you're
I'm
good.
trying to get
Right here.
prepared.
You're good. Okay.
Oh.
How do you
I'll go with
iced tea
Ice
or
T
vanilla
because it.
ice? Ooh, that's a good
I'll
one.
take
I,
Ice
Iced
T because
tea.
at least he's got a metal project. So there you go.
yeah, no, just by default, yeah, because of freaking body count.
Uh, that How do you feel about the company taking the title off of Jay Uso this early and giving it back to Gunther because of Goldberg coming back and them doing
I think
Goldberg
it's
versus?
honestly, I think it's the right decision because, excuse me, I just got done eating. I think it's a good decision um, because Gunther is like the better star right now. Like Jay, he had his moment. They're gonna rebuild him up. They may have him tag with Jimmy again. Might go after tag titles for like the 800th time. But
But I want to say, why put him in King of the Ring? I'm like, you have so many other
Right,
options to
right.
choose from. You could have chosen Karrion Cross. And literally everybody in the comments I've seen about when it came to that, they were like, we won Cross, all that stuff.
I figured it was going to be Dragonov because we haven't seen Dragonov in a while because he was out with an
Dragunov.
injury.
Yeah, you look at everybody
Yeah.
in the match. You got Sheamus, you got Rusev, you got Braun Strowman. I was expecting somebody like a big guy. I know Braun Strowman is still with the company at least still. So I'm like, you could have had him in that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
all the
thought he
big
got
mini men.
released. Did they
No,
release him?
he's got
He got released from.
yeah the 90 days. He's still working with the company. They could have still utilized him. They did the
Oh,
same thing with
Oh, you
Peter later before
you
he eventually
know, you
go.
could have done Ron Kill. Ron Kill. You could have done Ron Killings. Not our truth, Ron Killings.
well, here's what I think is going to happen because I was listening to Jim Cornette's podcast, and he talked about the segment where Truth cut his hair, and they're going to be having a match on SmackDown next week. I'm
Yep.
reason to believe they said that, or Cornette said they may build up to a match in Saudi Arabia, and instead of Punk versus Cena, we could get Killings versus Cena. We could possibly get that match. Therefore, you save the Punk match for um a bigger pay per view. Because
SummerSlam versus probably SummerSlam.
yeah, you could, because we don't know how Punk
But
feels about
but
Saudi Arabia and all that
yeah,
stuff.
but King of the Ring winner get that would make sense. But King of the Ring winner, depending on who is going to win it, gets a shot at whoever respective champion and what brand they're on.
Hear me out. Cena wins because Seth cashes in on Punk and Cena at SummerSlam because we know how Seth hates CM Punk.
Yeah, they
Seth
could continue.
cashes that
They could continue
briefcase in.
that story. Well, you also got to think of the wild card though
Yeah.
is Roman, because Roman he hasn't been on TV since
Raw after
yeah,
Mania.
and everyone thought he was going to show up at Money in the Bank, but that didn't happen.
No.
So
What's
Roman's
what's
kind of
up
the
with Brock
wild card
Lesnar?
factor. No,
I
it's
mean,
not going to be
What's up
he's.
Brock.
with Brock Lesnar showing up again?
I mean, he's
But
showing up.
imagine
He's showing up
and,
at several banquets.
and
Obviously supporting his daughter, who just won an NCAA title for like shot puts.
I'm just saying. Imagine if Seth
Basically, he's
and we
enjoying
see
life.
Brock
He's,
back with Paul Heyman. He's
No, I
enjoying his
don't see
life.
that. No.
you know,
If they're going to bring
Uh,
Brock back for
okay,
anything, it's to have him and Gunther have a match. That's literally the only thing that they would bring him back for. And I'll go for it, because that was supposed to be the match, I think, at Mania.
they were working towards
yeah.
that. Unfortunately, that
That
never
never
happened.
Okay.
happened because of Rip.
How do you?
I would have thought it would have been cool because I would have thought this would have been in Mania 40, correct? And
Yes.
Gunther would have
Well,
probably still
no.
been
I
Intercontinental
think
Yeah.
Champion.
I think the plans for Mania 40 was, I believe, supposed to be Brock versus Dominic. Because the original plans, it was either that or Taker,
39,
one of those
39.
two.
It would have been 39 then. It would have been 39 maybe when Gunther had just when he
No,
still having
because somebody was gonna work with Bray, ended up being Bobby. Match never happened because of Bray's health concerns. So Brock had to face Omos, so on and so forth.
yeah.
So
How do
we'll
you
have to
feel about
see. I'm
the
curious to
New
see what
Day?
they're gonna do in Saudi, which is a first for me. But
Uh,
the whole Punk thing, I'm very intrigued
was it
by.
a was it a mistake turning the New Day heel because nothing fucking happened after whatever they did with the New Day and they turned heel?
Yeah, they kind of
The
dropped the
match,
ball with that. They're just regular heels without any leverage to them. So
All right,
who
see
knows?
Frederick.
yeah.
Let's see
I'm
what
like
else.
you look at that. I'm
Stephanie.
like why I'm like with that tag title. I'm like why did it have to go to Raw? SmackDown was so much had a bigger, much more meaningful division, and yeah, it just didn't make any sense.
It's just
Yeah,
the Raw tag division is so sterile. Like there's nothing going on with that tag division.
nothing.
Like I honestly forget
No.
the tag titles are even on the New Day half the time because they don't have that many teams.
Exactly. It's like
If it
you
was
look
the
at Smack.
Usos,
Yeah, you look at SmackDown. You look at over there, and you go Street Profits are the tag champs. Then you got Motor City Machine Gun. Then you got Wyatt Six now are involved.
yeah,
DIY.
Pretty
Crap. Who else?
deadly.
Pretty deadly. Yeah, you're right. You're
pretty
right.
deadly.
What else? Was there another team over
This is
there?
why I think mm,
I'm trying to think if
Santos
there was.
Escobar. No. They're on
Oh yeah,
Raw. No, that's it. That's it.
yeah. That no, there is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Humberto Carrillo and whatever that other guy's name was, Angel
Angel
Garza.
Buff
Garza.
Yeah,
Angel
Garza,
those. Yeah,
Garza.
that's it.
Buff,
That's six people.
Angel
And then
Garza.
who does Raw have? Basically, Raw has New Day, Viking Raiders, Creed Brothers. That's it.
Judgment Day 2.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Judgment Day
no,
or Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. The you have
Yeah,
Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and
Breaker.
uh,
from Breaker. Yeah,
Ron Breaker. So those count too. That's a faction too, right
that's
there.
I'd
that's
say give the
awesome.
Uh,
tag titles to
yeah,
Reed and Steiner at some point, which they probably are. Give that division a shot in the arm.
Yeah, you gotta give
or
it. Some,
move, or if you want to revitalize the tag team division, I know we say new. I know we say the Usos, but I think if you give the Usos the tag titles, that might save the tag division a little bit.
what the
Yeah,
Not
you
by
I
can't.
much, but a little
I'm
bit.
the problem I have with it is what brand are Jimmy and Jay on? Are they
Jimmy's on
on
SmackDown.
SmackDown, Jay's on Raw.
the only way I
Jay
could
would
see
have to
that
come to
is if
SmackDown.
one of them gets drafted to Raw,
And
the other stays over there or something.
Jacob Fatu is a wild card. What if Jacob joins the Usos
Well, we
and
don't
they
know whether
feud
he's a
with
heel or not.
Freebird rule. Obviously, New Day capitalized on that for a while when they have Big E and stuff
I
like
just
that. So
think
they
the
could have.
tag division would be better if they just unified the belts. That I've been saying that for so many years. Like when they unified the tag belts with the when the Usos won off of RK Bro, I'm like, perfect. That's fine. You only need one tag belt. And then they split them up again. I'm like, why? For what reason?
I think it was because I thought the
hey,
tag
at
division.
least WWE does one thing right. At least WWE does one thing right. No pointless titles like AEW just made another new title out of nowhere.
Oh, they're
Oh my
unifying.
god,
Yeah,
AEW has so many titles.
no. They're
Uh,
unifying. They're unifying the continental and the international title, and they're calling
Yeah.
them the AEW
Unified,
Unified.
just a unified title. Well, I mean, like WWE does have a good majority of pointless belts. But yeah, AEW, like, remember when they said, oh, we're not going to be like
24/7
WWE, we're not just
championship,
going to have a belt for everything, and look at what they're doing.
AEW. I'm trying to think. Okay,
right?
AEW World, and you got the Unified title, which, and then you also had to throw in the TNT title, and then there's the tag title. Then you have the trios title,
ROH
and
title,
it, no, I'm gonna get to ROH next.
ROH
And
title.
then you get the women's title, the women's world title, and then the TBS title. That's seven. And then ROH has ROH World, and you have the Pure, then you have the World
TV
TV,
title.
the trios, and then you have I think tag belts. I don't think there's any more. They only have five, unless there's one I'm missing.
The women's
Oh
belt.
yeah, women's belt, women's world title,
Women.
ROH women's world title.
Which, speaking
Right.
of which, I'm hearing rumors that once Athena, aka Ember Moon's deal is up, she may be going back to WWE in the
Um,
summer.
Yeah,
well, we're almost close to
she
summer
needs it.
anyway.
Yeah, like she
Okay,
I don't know. Like I felt like I forget she's there because I don't watch ROH. I feel like no one really does.
All right, I'll be right back.
no. So okay, right, okay, Ryan. Okay, the next wrestlers I see coming into the company. I think the next big name coming into WWE is going to be Joe Henry. I think that's the next big one
Yeah, he's eventually going to be
from
coming in. He's
TNA.
made numerous appearances. He's going to be bound. Well, if you think about it, TNA is kind of WWE at this point because they have a partnership, and a lot of talents from NXT have gone there, and a lot of TNA talents have moved to NXT, so on and
Yeah,
so forth.
uh, yeah, and Summer. This is a hot take. SummerSlam. I see Trick Williams debuting on the main roster at SummerSlam. Hot take. Don't know if it'll happen. It probably
I
won't,
can I can see
but
that
that
because
would be a surprise.
I think Williams is eventually going to drop the title to Santana. I think at Slammiversary, I could see it happening, and then you could have Trick come up to the main roster because he's been in NXT for about 3, 4 years now because he was partnering with Carmelo at the time.
Yeah,
He's a hell of an athlete. Like the
yeah.
dude's really damn good. I just wish he is. I just
Mm.
hope he's not in the same position that Carmelo is on the main roster because I have no idea what they're doing with him.
Do you think WWE rushed Stephanie Bakure up to the main roster? Because now it seems like she's not doing anything again. Now she's kind of in a lull
I don't
on the
think
main
so.
roster.
No.
Doesn't have a
Well, the thing is that she's always wanted to work in WWE, and she's a hot prospect, a hot commodity, both literally and figuratively. If plus she's not doing anything.
yep.
She's gonna be in the women's Queen of the Ring tournament, so she's doing
Mm,
something. So yeah, I was a little
mm.
shocked that she did drop.
Julia,
Well, Julia, she's eventually gonna win the women's U.S. title for all what that's worth, but at least they're doing something with them. And what's with the Julia hate? I have no
yeah,
idea why people are now hating on Julia. They never did in
I love
NXT. Why are
her.
they doing it on the main roster?
I love her.
That stuff confuses the hell out of me.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I don't. I'm so done with Charlotte Flair. I get it. I
I
get it. Her name. It's her name. It's her thing. The Queen gimmick needs to just go away. Just
I mean, with
what
Charlotte,
did
I
she
just feel
really?
like she's a
Do we
massive
really need that?
liability at this point. Like here's the thing: if your women's division needs help, she's not going to help it. I'm sorry, and I did not like that match her and Tiffany Stratton had. I wasn't a fan of their match at Mania. People are like, "Oh well, put Tiffany over." Okay, did you need to have Charlotte be in the match? No. Does she need to win the Rumble? No. Like she just
No.
looks like she doesn't want to be there. Like she just looks physically done. I was shocked she lost and
Hmm.
Bliss won the semifinal, but okay, cool. What now?
Yeah.
I've been done with
I'm.
Charlotte for years. For
And if
years I've been
you
done with Charlotte.
well, here's the thing. While Charlotte and Becky have been gone, who stayed? Bailey. Bailey's still been Bailey's still been doing her thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she was basically carrying the WWE through the pandemic along with Drew. So
Yeah.
and speaking of Bailey, she just made
Naomi.
her
Does
return this
Naomi get
past
it?
Monday.
I think they just teased Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. I'd be down for that as a main event match. I'd be down for that for a pay per view match. Naomi, give
It's
Naomi a chance at the title.
I think she's gonna eventually win the title. Because the experiment with Tiffany's been kind of mad. Like they just keep putting her in the same fucking feuds. It's getting old. Like I'm sorry, this feud with Nia Jax is not
Hmm.
good. I'm sorry, it's not. Tiffany can only carry so much.
And what? Frankly, I would have been okay with Tiffany versus Alexa Bliss. That would have been fun. That would have been a little different. But they didn't really pull the trigger on that. They teased us, but they didn't pull the trigger on it because you could have done something there.
I mean, I don't
And
really
then of
know.
course, I don't know, even know why Alexa Bliss is back. I don't know why she's back.
I mean, I don't have anything against her. It's just that I haven't cared about her in a while. Like the whole thing with the
Yeah,
Fiend did nothing for me. And when they kept doing it, even when the Fiend character was done, I'm like, why? It makes no sense. But I felt like,
yeah.
with Alexa back, they're trying with her, but I feel like the injuries are catching up to her, and I get it. She doesn't want to take bumps in case she does get hurt again, but I don't know. Like, it just, she gets a good pop because, she's been in WWE for so many years. It's been about 10 years since she's been in
Yeah.
WWE. But they've repackaged her character so many
Yeah.
times, and it's like so little they've done with it. Like, when she was
I'm
on the
also
main,
kind of done with Judgment. Yeah.
I've been done with Judgment Day for years. I haven't cared about that
Yeah,
faction.
I'm done with it.
Like,
I don't
it
care
did
about it
nothing for
anymore.
Finn. Like, the whole thing made Finn look so stupid. I'm sorry, but Finn has been nothing but he's just a guy that takes a pin. That's it. Like, the only three people that have came out of Judgment Day that have looked good is Dominic, Priest, and Rhea. That's it. Not even the
Yeah,
fucking leader
yeah.
looked good.
I mean,
Like, tell me what I'm telling lies.
uh,
We're back. Grab water.
that, yeah. Well, I'm scaring the shit, people.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking.
Well, honestly, besides that,
Mm,
WWE, they're doing what they're doing. That's it. They're just
oh,
doing their.
Worlds Collide. What was
I
your
didn't see
thoughts on
that
Worlds
show.
Collide?
I didn't see that show. I was
No,
busy
it
that
was
day.
pretty great. Mm,
I heard that Vikino and Gable had a really good match. But that's about it.
yeah,
Like, other than that, it was just a
yeah.
nice little thing for AAA, but nothing else. That was it.
Mm. Which WWE now owns AAA, if I'm correct.
Yes, that was announced on Mania.
Which means we will see Mr. Iguana on the main roster. God, Jesus, I don't
I
see the
mean,
hype.
I get it.
That's
I
just
get it.
me.
I get it. I like it. It's for kids. It's nothing that's gonna offend you. The guy's talented. It's just a goofy gimmick. I know.
Yeah.
I get it. I know. Hell, even Cornette said, "Look, the guy has talent. It's just a stupid gimmick." I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
I like it more than Orange Cassidy, but I
And
get it.
and and well, I was watching. I never watched Vince Russo, but I was watching this one video, and Vince Russo says, "Well, there's a plan that Shane and Vince might be going to Saudi Arabia to buy back WWE." I'm like, "That's not fucking happening."
No one believes what
That
Vince Russo
that would
says. Didn't this guy say he was going to stop
no one.
watching wrestling in 2026? We'll mark that
Yeah.
calendar down one day. That dude's a fucking moron. Jesus Christ.
uh,
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Titties. Bro. Jesus.
I like Bully Ray's podcast. Also,
Bully Ray is Bully Ray is good when he's not giving bullshit takes and not trying to act like a tough
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
But he's from New York, so what the fuck do I
tough
know?
guy, tough guy,
Like,
WWE
here's my thing
LFG.
too. He is such a fucking hypocrite because I didn't watch that LFG thing, whatever the hell that was. Like, it's kind of like their version of when NXT was a game show or like Tough Enough and all that stuff. But he said he doesn't like when people wear ear piercings or tattoos and all that stuff. And I'm like, so you don't like guys like Jeff Hardy, Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You didn't like any of those guys. You're fine with them, but you're not fine when they
Hmm.
quit. That's so fucking hypocritical. I'm like, bully, just shut the fuck up.
Hmm. Hey, Ryan, you still there? Ryan, I think he said he stepped away.
Uh,
Mm. Uh, hey. Uh, mm. Who else do I see joining WWE? I'm thinking of like people coming over from AEW now. So Athena,
I
that's
think
one.
when his contract is up, I 100% see an MJF going over. 100%.
MJ,
MJF, Wardlow.
MJF and the Hurt Business. M, MJF and the Hurt Business makes no fucking sense.
I mean, they're trying to do like their own version of Nation of Domination when Owen joined Owen joined up. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually MJF's gonna cost them the tag titles, and they're gonna beat the shit out of them. So,
One, we'll never see Moxley go back to WWE. But then again,
well,
stranger things have happened.
Moxley
CM Punk
has
came
talked
back to
about that he
WWE.
would like to go back, but the main reason why Moxley didn't go back when he could is because Vince was under charge. But now that he's gone, we could possibly see Moxley back in WWE. I might actually enjoy his matches because his matches fucking suck.
Well, we could now. Would he go by the name Dean Ambrose, or do they buy the rights to the John Moxley name, and he is John Moxley in WWE?
They might do Dean Ambrose again, but if they do John Moxley again, they need to really water him down because that's what they did in WWE. They watered him down, have a little bit of a violent match here and there, but not constantly fucking gigging yourself because I'm sorry, that's not wrestling. Constantly doing that with no reason. I'm sorry, that's nothing. It's bullshit.
Okay, okay. Okay, we could revisit old feuds. We could do him versus Seth. Revisit that. That'd be fun. Oh, hey Ryan,
Yep, I'm back.
what's your take on? We were just talking about what if John Moxley came back to WWE? We're already fantasy booking now. Like we
Oh
could
boy.
see him versus Seth Rollins again, him versus Roman,
Him versus Punk, maybe? They can revisit that feud.
Punk. That's a
Yeah.
Punk's. Yeah. Uh, him versus Dominic would be fun. That would be an interesting one.
Him
Could be.
versus Mox versus. No, Ron Killings wouldn't be there at that point. He'd probably be.
He'd probably be gone.
Yeah. Um.
Hmm.
Shoot.
L.A. Knight. Him versus L.A. Knight.
That could
L.A.
be
Knight.
actually a good
Yeah.
match.
Oh, here's a good one. If he's still here, and I know he's been pushing for him to come back to WWE, Karrion Cross.
Could be.
Eh. If
Um.
Bray, if Bray was, if Bray, imagine if Bray was still around and we have the same roster, but Bray's still with us. We could
Oh
revisit
man.
him and Bray.
We could have. Um, really quick,
Hmm.
did y'all hear about what happened to the Godfather yesterday?
No.
No.
Um, I think someone in our Instagram chat posted this, but apparently him and some driver last night were driving in pretty bad weather, and the truck he was in hydroplaned. They rolled the damn thing over 3 times. The truck looked like it just got out of a junkyard, but thankfully Godfather got out of the way scot free.
Oh wow.
I'm like,
Dang.
holy shit, dude, what's
Mm,
going on?
mm, mm. Oh, right, Undertaker. You heard the Undertaker news. Undertaker went and got heart surgery.
Yep.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
He, he has what Triple H has now, a pacemaker.
Oh, a pacemaker.
Yeah.
He got it done after WrestleMania 40.
Oh shit, I did not know that. Did not know that.
Yeah, he did it. He talked about it on his podcast that he
Oh,
does. He finally opened up and said something about it.
jeez, man.
And okay, what's the one wrestling death this year that shocked you that came out of nowhere? For me, Sabu. That one came
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
I will agree with that because like he just wrestled a match during Mania weekend, and then like a few weeks afterwards announced he died. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like that was the biggest shock.
You know what?
Trying to think. I'm trying to think who else really passed
Yeah.
away. I
I
can't.
just I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm oh wow. I just saw this on Instagram for wrestling. Alexa Bliss shared in a post on Next that her cousin Vanessa has sadly passed away after a battle with cancer.
Oh
Our
fuck.
heartfelt thoughts are with
Ooh.
Alexa and her family and all who
Yeah.
knew and loved Alexa. And there's a picture of her. Obviously, Alexa's in there. She's got the women Raw Women's title, and then there's Natty, Nia, and Mickey James. I think that's Roman Reigns. Little bit of Roman in the background. I kind of know because it's like I could probably tell if you could see that's
Yeah.
probably Roman in the background. I could
It could
clearly.
be.
I mean, he's the only one that I probably know that has that
Maybe.
kind of hairstyle whenever he's going to do the promos and stuff. But yeah, that sucks. And this was 6 hours ago.
Damn. I mean, like Bliss herself, I think, was battling skin cancer a couple of years ago too. So it's fucking
Mhm.
wild, man.
Okay, how do you guys feel about Becky coming back right now? It just feels meh.
I think it's. I
Eh.
think it's. There's gonna be a payoff. There's gonna be a payoff. She's eventually going to be joining Heyman's group.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the big elephant in the room. John Cena's heel turn so far. Mm,
Oh yeah, I forgot. Steve McMichael passed this year. I almost forgot. Almost forgot.
Steve
Mongo.
McMichael. Yeah.
Mongo passed. Him. Grant Hamada passed away.
Yo,
Oh
what's
hey
up?
Ben. Oh hey Ben. I
Oh,
forgot.
Hey,
I
what is
forgot.
Mario.
up,
I forgot.
Metal
I
Dad?
forgot what you on this account too. I'm like, oh shit, you just popped out of nowhere. Holy
Just like that, I'm
Yeah,
here.
we're just
What's
yeah,
talking.
going
just like that.
We're just
Proof,
talking.
proof, Brendan
We're just
Peters.
talking wrestling. We're
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I'm just kind
talking
of
wrestling at the moment.
yeah, I'm just kind of listening.
yeah.
So
You were just
Yeah,
you probably were listening when I had just mentioned about Alexa Bliss shared in a post
yeah.
on
I
Next
was going to
her
ask
cousin
you this,
Vanessa
Ben.
has sadly passed away after a battle with cancer.
wait, let's pass
Cancer
away.
is
No. Her cousin, her Alexa Bliss's cousin, Vanessa, passed away after a battle with cancer.
Ugh, that sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, and you heard Undertaker. You heard Undertaker. Ben got heart surgery after WrestleMania 41. He has a pacemaker. Taker has a
Oh,
pacemaker now.
no, I don't remember hearing that one. Interesting. I mean, these guys are getting up there in age, man. I mean,
we're talking about shocking deaths of 2025. Sabu. That one was Sabu.
Yeah, that's a shocking one for sure.
I mean, another one that kind of shocked me, even though I'm shocked that he long as lived as he did, was Bob Uecker.
Oh yeah, Bob Uecker.
Uecker lived
Bob
almost
Uecker.
100. He was nearly up there with Bob Barker.
Yeah, he was pretty old.
Get your foot off my shoulder.
WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 4. Yep.
Yeah, they did the storyline with Mania 4 where he was trying to find Vanna White.
Oh yeah.
Find each other. Oh,
that's
great shit.
Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Yep.
I don't know that one Beatle, or not the Beatles, the Beach Boy guy died. Brian Wilson.
Yep. Brian Wilson. Yep.
82 years old.
Brian Wilson.
And Sly Stone passed away too.
Yeah.
I think it was like the day before. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's happening? Jesus.
Crazy stuff.
This is a topic we can talk about. Dr. Ralph Vieira put out a video talking about the last Black Sabbath show that's going to be happening. I don't know if Ozzy's going to be able to do it. I just don't know.
He's got Parkinson's. He can't walk anymore. I mean, Sharon, what the hell are you doing to this poor guy?
Is he still battling Parkinson's? Or
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He still has it.
He looks bad.
From what? Not Sharon.
He legit looks like a zombie that's coming to life. Like, he looks terrible for his age.
Ozzy zombie.
Ozzy zombie, yeah. Rob Osborne.
From what? Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Osbourne said that Ozzy's Parkinson's is in it's starting to get worse.
Well, yeah. I mean, that stuff don't go away, man. Glenn Tipton has Parkinson's too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Glenn does.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't. He can still play some guitar, but he can't play like he used to. Like, he can't play the fast stuff anymore.
Yeah, he has to kind of resort back to his more bluesy style.
Apparently, Judas Priest. Oh, go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Oh, you actually might be saying what I was about to say about Judas Priest. Apparently, he's back in the studio working on another album.
They are back in the studio. Yeah.
They want to get 20 before they hang up, man.
Yeah, and we just did the deep dive for them about a month ago.
Yeah. Yep, we did.
Oh, Ryan, what was the Defenders of the Faith album battle? What was the album versus album? You said, what was it? Defenders of Faith versus what again, Ryan?
Power
you said
Slave.
Earlier.
Power Slave.
That's a tough one.
Defenders of the Faith versus Power Slave.
I said Defenders.
Man.
I said Power Slave.
I'd say Power Slave too, because the last 3 tracks on Defenders of the Faith, not a fan.
I'd probably go with Power Slave too, but not by much, because Defenders is a damn good album.
Defenders was great, don't get me wrong, but it was a follow-up to Screams for Vengeance.
I got one
it's
for
a bit
you.
of a drop-off.
No Prayer for the Dying. No Prayer for the Dying versus the album that has the desert on it and stuff. Judas Priest. I'm blanking right now, and I know the name of the album.
Point of Entry.
Fuck. Point of Entry. Yes.
Okay, Point of Entry. No Prayer for Dying. 2 albums get a lot of shit, and I don't personally get it. I'd say probably no Prayer for Dying. Me personally. I think that's
no prayer.
I don't know.
No prayer for the dying is not good.
I don't know.
I like it.
I'm gonna say I don't think that album's as bad as people say it is. There's stuff on that album I actually really like.
Be
What do
right
you
back
think?
to use bathroom.
All right.
Tell Gunner's a ripping track.
Dude, Run Silent, Run Deep, The Assassin, Fate's Warning,
I like
Tail
the assassin.
Gunner.
Yeah.
Dude, Mother
Fate's Warning's a
Russia is
good
a hell of a track. Holy shit.
Public Enemy #1. That's a pretty good song.
Yeah. It's got some duds, sure, but
Yeah. Hooks and Use kind of weak.
yeah.
Um,
And production's
never,
not the greatest, but I do like they kind of went back to their old school roots on that album.
yeah. I like Mother Russia. Mother Russia's good.
Yeah, that's a really good closing track.
The title track's pretty decent. No Prayer for the Dying. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think it's that bad of an album. Yeah, it's not Iron Maiden. It's not like a top 5 album for me or nothing.
No. It's more middle of the road for me.
Yeah,
Same with Point of Entry, you know. It's not the best, but I
Mhm.
don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is. Like it's a
yeah,
really good road album. Like if you just wanna,
Okay.
you know, put it on the car while you're driving, I'd say it works right there, like heading out to the highway and turning
yeah,
circles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Turning Circle. That's a
Desert
pretty
Plains
great
obviously is a pretty good classic. You know, there's some
Solar
good
Angels.
tracks.
Yeah,
Solar Angels is great too.
yeah. There's some pretty good stuff on that album.
Okay. Here's another one. What this is which impression does Ralph do better? Him making fun of Paul Stanley. What's funnier? Him making fun of Paul Stanley, him making fun of David Ellison, or him making fun of Sammy Hagar? I think all three of them are hilarious.
Well, could throw a fourth one in here. I watched this video that he did today or maybe yesterday where he was making fun of Sharon Osbourne. I just busted out laughing, man. Oh, see? Oh, see? I don't know. The one with Dave Ellison's funny as hell, too. Coming up with all these different terminologies for masturbating, slapping the baloney, eating the whole stick.
Yeah.
Playing that trump,
Oh,
playing that trump. Play. I got another one. Playing that trombone.
yeah, that's funny, man. When he goes on Dave Ellison.
Then the Sammy Hagar stuff. Well, he's not wrong about Sammy. That era of Van Halen sucks. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Sammy Belcher.
I'm sorry, right? We got to razz you on that. We know you love Sammy Hagar, but I don't.
James Gilman of the Downfall Network doesn't care for the Sammy stuff. So y'all are in the same camp. But I'm like, I don't fucking let it get to me. I fucking steady my guns, and I love the Sammy stuff. I don't care if people pick on that. It's like I don't give a fuck.
Right
I
on.
like what I like. You want to laugh about Creed and Breaking Benjamin, the Sammy Hagar, and all that fucking shit. Go right
Oh, you
ahead.
like what you like.
Nah,
I mean,
it's not gonna get to me.
we all probably have something we like that another person's not gonna like. So, that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I did ask you that. Didn't I ask you that question today? Was that today or yesterday, Ben? I can't get into Dragon Force. That's another band that irritates me.
Oh, that band. Yeah.
I can understand because you're sick of.
Yeah, and all their songs sound the same.
Basically that's I can completely understand that and stuff like that. But at the very least, there's there's better power metal bands than them, you know.
Oh, heck yeah. Way better power metal bands than Dragon
Yeah.
Force.
Gravedigger.
Gamma
Do
Ray,
we even count Gravedigger as power metal? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to Bone. I did listen to Bone Collector. I'm like, I don't hear much power metal. I'm hearing kind of more like kind of more old like heavy metal. I hear more of like a
Yeah.
more of a heavy metal in some way
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Gravedigger's not like that Halloween type of power metal. It's
They're
definitely
more
has
on the more the thrash, the more power core thrashy type of power metal, pretty much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're
Okay,
definitely
so they're like they're like an Ice Earth and Ornogan to an extent. They're not a Stradivarius. They're not a Halloween. They're not a freaking Rhapsody of Fire. They're not a freaking. Oh, this is a throwback. Fairyland and Dragonland. Remember, I used to say that back in
Fairyland.
Yeah, I remember saying yeah. They are completely different. Those are of the symphonic. Yeah, that's a throwback right there, saying Fairyland.
Okay.
For Fairyland.
So I got an album
Here's
for
a
you guys,
what-
and I actually do have some albums to showcase
okay.
for you.
Shoot.
Go for it.
Alice Cooper's Billion
Okay.
Dollar Babies, or Black Sabbath Volume 4.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Volume
Which
4.
is better?
Volume 4.
Oh, which one's volume 4? Yeah, volume. Yeah, easily volume 4. Yeah, I would easily
Volume
say
4. No offense to Billion Dollar Babies. Love the record, but Volume 4 smashes it to pieces. Sorry, Alice.
It is. No, I agree. It's a better album. Even though Billion Dollar Baby's a freaking great album too. But come on, it's Volume 4.
Speaking of Alice Cooper, some of the original lineup is back with a new album. And I will probably buy that album and review it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up too. Especially since it's got the original band back. Well, minus one member. Well, because the one member's not alive anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be good. I like it. I thought the new song was good. But yeah, pretty much it.
All right, I got another one for you guys.
All right, what you got?
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath,
Another great album.
or Danzig self-titled.
That's a great album too.
Ooh.
Gonna still go with Sabbath.
Yeah, Sabbath.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, man.
Sabbath. Yeah, no offense to Danzig. It's Sabbath. Come on. That was when they were. I guess you could say that was when they were still kind of Black Sabbath before they take a dip, pretty much.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that would have been. I think that was. I know the first four would have been my top, out of the classic lineup would have been the top four, and then that would have been number 5, and then it starts going down after that.
Oh, with Danzig?
What?
No, with Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
First
I'm
time
just saying,
what's
up, Danny?
First time over here,
What's up, Danny?
I'm over in my chat, I believe, Danny, if I'm correct. If so, welcome to the Damage Incorporated Network chat.
Yes, what's going on, Dan? But no, as far as Danzig goes,
Damage Network.
4 albums.
Yeah. Sabbath has
Damage Network Inc. Under the Damage Network Inc. Under the I was promoting Damage Network Inc. under the umbrella of the Metal Bastards Metal Bastards Company. Yes, we're a company. I'm joking.
Damage Incorporated Network is above. Metal Bastards Hangout Podcast is kind of an extension of Damage Incorporated Network.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
The Damage Incorporated Network.
Okay, boss, you have one for us?
It's Battle of the
Boss
Flash
has another one
Axe.
for us.
Megadeth,
Take
Piece
it
of Cake,
down.
The Who's Buying, or Overkill, Under the Influence.
Megadeth. Megadeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Peace Cell.
Overkill.
Damn near perfect
And go
album.
Peace Cells too.
Damn near perfect album should not have included that cover.
Yes,
Mm.
That
all the
was,
way. Yeah, Peace Cells definitely.
had they not put the cover on there, it would have been a perfect album.
Oh yeah, I've never been crazy about that cover either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
I
man.
remember there was a time I remember listening to that and I was like, this album is great. And then get to the cover, I'm like, oh god, yeah. Now I can understand Now I can understand Maiden Slave's frustration with skipping the cover and stuff like that. I can understand the frustration. But yeah,
Yeah,
I was surprised me and Maiden Slave agreed or on that one. I'm like 9.5. I'm like, I can agree with that. Yeah, 9.5. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, man. Back then, a lot of those thrash bands were putting cover songs on their albums. Like,
Metallica did.
no, Metallica never
Metallica
did.
did.
Well, only on like Garage Days.
Yeah,
they
Garage Days.
Garage
Yeah,
Days.
that's their only cover album they've ever done.
Yeah, the Garage Days,
Then
and
the
then they did.
590 ADP, and then
Now,
Oh yeah.
interesting, John.
Ooh. Good one, John.
now there is a version of Kill 'Em
Speaking
All
of Metallica,
Oh, let Ben talk. Let Ben talk first. Then you, Mike.
yeah.
Now,
Sorry.
I'm just gonna say I have it too on cassette tape. I have it. There's a version of Kill 'Em All where they threw MIE1 Blitzkrieg on it. That's the
I could have
1988
accepted.
edition.
I could have accepted "Am I Evil" on there. Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, they put them on
I would have
the.
thought "Am I Evil." I would have thought "Am I Evil" would have made "Kill 'Em All" even better than what it was for me. Because I think I forgot what I would give in that one. I forgot what I gave. I know it was in that 8 or it was in that 8 or 9. But go ahead, Ben.
But those were originally released on the Creeping Death single, MIE1 Blitzkrieg, those songs. I had that too.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I still have the version of Kill 'Em All that has MIE1 Blitzkrieg on it. It's a 1988 Elektra Records edition.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow.
I mean, the tape's in pretty crappy shape, but I still have it.
Nice. Okay, Mike.
Speaking of Metallica, my buddy, or you guys know Ricky, he actually went and saw Metallica last night.
Cool.
I follow him. I saw
it was them, Pantera, and Suicidal Tendencies, but he missed out on a good half of it because of traffic.
Oh man, we got a really good show coming here in September. I'm getting tickets for it too. Apparently, Damian Priest put this together. I don't know how many shows they're doing of this, but it's coming to Hershey. It's Slayer, Suicidal Tendencies, Exodus, and the Cavalieras. And Power Trip. I don't know who's going to be doing. Yeah, Power Trip.
I'm going to that.
I don't know who's going to be doing the vocals for Power Trip.
Oh shit!
Since obviously,
I'm just going to see Slayer. I'm just going to see Slayer, and then I'm just going there, Ben, to see Slayer, and then I'm tapping out of the concert after that. I only got tickets for Slayer. So, me and my uncle only got tickets just to see Slayer. So, I might see you there, I might not.
I'm pretty sure Slayer is going to be the headlining band.
Yeah. Kerry King plays on Damian Priest's theme song in WWE, so and he was there at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the rumor was that Slayer was going to be there, but I don't think they came to an agreement. And if they did, they most likely would have played South of Heaven because that's Priest's finisher. But that would have been cool to see at least.
But at least Kerry King was there.
Yeah, I do have another album battle for you guys. This one's a little weird, but they have a bit of a partnership, so go with me with this one. Ozzy Osbourne with No Rest for the Wicked, or White Zombies lost Exorcisto 1
Hmm.
Devil
Oh,
Volume.
you had to do that. Oh, you had to do that. Oh, you had to do
I
that.
gotta go
So, oh
Ozzy.
God. Oh
Ozzy.
God.
Ozzy.
It's a good White
I don't
Zombie.
listen to White Zombie,
But
so I gotta go.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta go
Right,
Ozzy.
Rob. If it was Rob Zombie, oh, that would have been interesting. But I would still probably have picked, yeah, Ozzy. It's
I
Ozzy
mean,
for me.
that's actually a really good White
Ozzy.
Zombie, but I
Yeah,
gotta go
that's
with
when they
Laura.
were starting. Yeah, that's when they were starting to get popular. Pretty much that, and then Astro Creep.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Ozzy too for that one. But yeah, I
All
mean,
right, no rest for the wicked. That's the album where Ozzy was completely shit faced on writing all the songs. If I'm right, Ben, that's the story, right?
oh yeah, he was drunk when he was fucked up when he recorded that whole album. In fact, you can
Uh,
really tell if you listen to Demon Alcohol, its vocals are like they're they,
Mm-hmm.
they,
Yeah, but
they
that
sound like
was when. But that was the first one with Zach Wild. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Second, that was also the second one with Randy Castillo on the drums, and then all obviously Bob Daisley
Mm-hmm.
ended up coming back for all them, but all before the music videos and the live performances.
yeah,
Geezer Butler was with Ozzy.
hell yeah,
Mm-hmm. He
still a
was with
good album.
Ozzy twice in a solo career. He
Yeah,
was with Ozzy twice in a
but
solo
he wasn't.
career.
Yeah, but not until I think Osmosis was Geezer on a solo album. He
Yeah.
was only a part of this for like the tour and the music videos and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, no rest for the wicked. That was the very first Ozzy tape I bought back in like '89 or '90. It was, I
Mm-hmm.
remember it was at a $5 bin at like one of our department stores, and I bought it. I don't have it anymore. I wish I still did.
All right, I'm
Mm.
going to do a couple more, then
What you
I'll
got
have to
for us,
head out
Mark?
because I'm getting tired and I got to work in the morning.
Fair enough.
But
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, no.
Motorhead's Overkill
Oh,
What didn't you
or
do?
Wasp: The Last Command?
oh,
Wasp. Wasp.
that's a damn good
Wasp.
album too.
Mm.
Got to go with Overkill, Motorhead Overkill for me at least.
Overkill. Overkill.
I'm
That's a
going.
great Wasp album.
Oh hell yeah!
I went with Wasp. That's the one that I go with is Wasp.
Man, yeah, it's a damn good Wasp album. Um, yeah, but can't top Overkill.
All right, we got some death metal
Mm-hmm.
classics right here.
Ooh,
Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness,
oh,
or Obituaries, Cause of Death.
okay, that one's a little tougher.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Okay,
Oh God, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna go obituary.
it's freaking tough, man. They're both so damn good.
I gotta go. I think because they're kind of involved, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. Altars. Altars is just a little bit more influential than Cause
I
of Death.
think I think I'm gonna pick Altars too. Man, not by a heck of a lot.
Mm.
I gave it basic because I think that came out '89, and what was the Cause of Death? That's in the '90s, pretty much. So that's a little bit later.
Yep, 1990.
Yeah, but I got to go with the '89 one, Altars of Madness.
Yeah, definitely Altars of Madness. That's such a damn classic album.
All right, about three more after this one. Candlemass's Ancient Dreams
Ooh,
or Ice Dirt's The Dark Saga?
Oh God!
Christ.
Mm.
Man, I love Ice Dirt, but man, I gotta go with
Ice Dirt.
Candlemass.
I don't listen to Candlemass, so I'll have to go with Ice
Sorry,
Dirt.
if it was night, if it was Nightfall, I would have picked Nightfall. But since that's well, I mean, it's kind of the same lineup. But I gotta go Dark Saga. I mean, that's the story of Spawn, pretty much. I mean, come on, that's in album
Yeah,
form. Like, come on, that's yeah, it's not
I
even
think I like
close.
the Candlemass album just a little better. Now, if it would have been Bird Offerings, Bird Offerings would have took it.
Bird on. I think the better matchup would have been Bird Offerings or Nightfall. That would have been really interesting.
Yep.
All right, 2 more after this one. Cannibal Corpse's The Bleeding
Ooh.
or Incantations Onward to Golgotha.
Oh,
Come
geez.
on, not even a contest. Cannibal
Goddamn.
fucking Corpse. Come on, that's
Cannibal Corpse. Cannibal Corpse.
I mean, yeah, it's the worst out of the first 4, but it's still the Barn Zero of Cannibal Corpse. Like, come on, not even close.
I'm actually going to be the different one here. I'm going with the debut by Incantation, Onward to Golgotha. Golgotha, excuse me. I fucking love that
Sounds
album.
like a Cthulhu. Sounds like
good,
a Cthulhu. Sounds like a Cthulhu name.
Oh yeah, man, that album's so damn evil sounding.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Album versus albums.
Last
Hmm.
one. Last one. Yeah.
Trying to think of a really.
No, Ben's thinking. Who might have them?
Trying to think
Uh-oh.
extremely. Okay, I think I have one. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast versus Master of Puppets. Maybe that one's not as tough.
Oh, no, that's Master of Puppets, but that's too easy.
I'd say Master of Puppets.
Oh well,
Definitely
what's the matchup? Oh, what's the matchup? Puppets or
Number
Master
of
of
the Beast.
Puppets versus Number of the Beast.
fuck? Oh God, no! No! Oh fuck! That's 2 perfect albums. That's mother. Oh God.
Hey, that ain't perfect.
Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck. I love them both
I mean, you
so
could choose
much.
death as a third option.
Jesus Christ, come
I mean,
on! Why do you have to do this to me? God damn it! Oh, oh God. Okay, stop procrastinating, Ryan. Just pick one already. Oh God. Oh fuck. Fuck. That's so tough right there. That is so fucking tough. Oh God. Sorry, puppets. I gotta go with Number of the Beast.
Okay,
Ooh, that's a first for Ryan. Ryan's never.
I've got 3 more matchups for you guys. 3 more, and then I'm gonna head out. I want to look at my collection and be like, well, let me pull in
Okay.
these really quick. We're going to some classics here, gentlemen. Dark Thrones, Ablaze in the Northern Sky, or Venom's Black Metal.
Venom.
Oh, Venom. Black metal. Don't burn the witch.
Yeah, man, definitely freaking Venom.
I mean, I argue that's the best of the Dark Throne Black of those 3 Dark Throne Black Metal albums. But yeah, you're going up against the namesake of the genre. Like that's not. Yeah, no, not even.
I think my favorite's Under a Finger Moon.
Oh, that's not the album I wanted to grab. Hold on.
Still
it's
blazing
like,
Northern Sky.
Yeah, I would even think Dark Throne would be like, yeah, we gotta give it to Venom. It's Venom.
All right. Battle of the Canadian speed metal / kind of thrash metal acts. Annihilator's Alice in Hell or Razor Violent Restitution.
Oh,
Annihilator. I'm going Annihilator.
Ooh.
those are both
I'm
good
gonna go
albums.
Razor.
I'd say Razor personally.
I'm
I
gonna go
love Alice
Razor.
in Hell, but dude, that Razor
I've
album,
man, I think I'm gonna pick Alice in Hell, even though that Razor album kicks ass.
it does.
Mm,
All right, and your final one,
mm,
gentlemen. Hmm. Metallica's Ride the Lightning or Testament's The New Order?
I ain't gonna ditch Metallica. Ride the
mm,
lightning.
Yeah, Ride the Lightning. Definitely Ride the Lightning.
mm.
Even though the new
Ride the
one's great.
lightning.
I had to ditch them for
Mm.
puppets and Number the Beast. I ain't ditching them again for Ride the Lightning. Hell no. Hell fucking no.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Mm, can we torture
Uh,
Ryan with another Master of Puppets? Do another
oh,
Sure.
and
perfect album versus Master of
before you
Puppets.
leave off,
Get Ryan
gentlemen,
free.
I do have an announcement to make. I'll be starting a new series on my
Go
channel
ahead.
where I go through some bands that have made a couple albums but never did anything else because they either broke up so soon or tragedy happened to where they were forced to break up. And it's basically my own series as a retro review, like the Thralls guys would do. And the
Or
first
like
band
what
I'm
I
going to be
or
doing,
oh, okay, continue.
Cool.
I'm calling it Blast from the Past. The first band
Nice.
I'll be talking about, Acid Bath.
Ooh,
Hmm.
nice.
Nice.
Their lone two studio offerings with the kite string pops and pagan terrorism tactics. So be on the
Great
lookout for
stuff.
that.
Cool.
Oh yeah. It looks like we're gonna finally
Ooh.
get that new Dark Angel album. I saw a new song was up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
listened to it. I wasn't really blown away by it.
We're
I don't
getting a
know,
new
man.
Sodom. We are getting a new Sodom album. So yay!
I
I'm
can't
happy.
wait. I am ready for a new Sodom.
Yep. All right, boys.
That's great.
And out. I will talk to you later.
Later,
All right,
dude.
boss.
Yeah.
Take
I
it
got a
easy, man.
shit,
Yeah.
so I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Take it
All
easy.
right. Take it easy. All right. Let's pick up Ryan some more. What other perfect albums can we put up against Master of Puppets to make Ryan suffer?
There is not too many, especially in the '80s or something like that. So you have to really,
Who said it
really
had to be the '80s?
or just in general. You know, some of the albums I love that I would say are perfect. So
Judas Priest
Mm,
screaming for Judas Priest screaming for vengeance versus the Scorpions Blackout. Two,
hmm,
two
mm.
1982 albums.
Love Blackout, but
neither
I
would
love Screaming for Vengeance more.
beat puppets, but for best matchup, vengeance.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'd pick probably Vengeance too.
Well, here's one out of left field. AC/DC's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap American version, so the international version, versus
The one we,
Blackout.
yeah, the one we essentially talked about.
With
Blackout. Not
Dirty
even,
Deeds versus Blackout.
not even close. Not even close.
Hmm, I think I'm gonna go with. That's kind of tough too. I think I might go with Dirty Deeds actually.
Yeah, Dirty Deeds. Hmm.
Not even close for me.
Okay. Black Sabbath. Shit. All right, Black Sabbath Heaven and Hell versus Black Sabbath Master of Reality. Ozzy
Heaven
versus
and
Dio.
Heaven and Hell. That would give puppets a run for their money. Heaven and Hell would give puppets a run for their money easily.
That's tough. That is tough because love Heaven and Hell. But man, I was blasting Master of Reality today, and I think we're gonna go with Master of Reality.
I think I'm gonna pick Heaven and Hell. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my pick.
Okay. Two 1980 albums. Both came out the same year. Back in Black or Heaven and Hell. Because, Brian, and because two frontmen replacing frontmen.
Yeah, first with Brian Johnson, first with Brian Johnson, first with Dio. Ooh. I mean, right off the bat, I look at that. The reason I am kind of a little bit thinking about it is that Hell's Bells song. Because I look at that and I'm
Hell's
going.
Bells versus yeah.
I look at
Okay, well
all that.
let's see how Ralph does it. Track by track. Let's do it track by track. Hell's Bells versus Neon Knights. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm gonna go and say Hell's Bells.
Yeah, I like Hell's
Shoot
Bells.
the Thrill versus
Nothing against Neon Knights. Love the track, but Hell's Bells is just like it's AC/DC going. We could do metal thing. Why not?
Yeah.
Shoot the Thrill versus Children of the Sea. Okay, Children of the Sea wins that one.
Children of the. It's closer than you think, but I still say Children of the Sea.
Yeah, Children of the Sea, definitely.
What do you do for Money Honey versus Lady Evil?
Lady Evil.
What do you do for money, honey? How do you get
Man, I
your
think
kids?
There's
What do you do for
another.
money?
You should.
What are you gonna live?
I can say these with ease, but they are pretty close. They are pretty close. The matchups are pretty close with each track by track. Even despite the fact AC/DC has two more tracks than Heaven and Hell, because Heaven and Hell has a Back in Black has 10. What's next after that? That's Given the Dog a Bone.
Oh yeah, I pick What Do You Do for Love? What Do You Do for Money, Honey? That's my pick. Yeah. Wow. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Given the dog a bone. Given the dog a bone versus Heaven and Hell. Heaven and Hell. That's an easy one.
That's not even a contest. Heaven and Hell.
Definitely Heaven and Hell.
Let me put my love into you versus Wishing Well.
Wishing Well for me.
That's a pretty close one. That one's pretty close. I'm gonna go. What was that? What's the one?
Okay.
What's the AC/DC one? That final one?
Hold on, we're getting there.
What's the
this
AC/DC
next one? Is...
No, I haven't even picked. What's the AC/DC song? That was facing Wishing Well.
Let me put my love into you. I
go with that one. Wishing Well I like, but it's like I gotta give that one. The AC/DC.
Okay, this one's easy for me. Back in Black versus Die Young. Die Young.
No. Back in Black. I mean, that for me, that's out of context. Back in Black. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, for me, I'm picking Die Young. As much as I like Back in Black.
You Shook Me All Night Long versus.
Oh, what's that? I'm blanking on that track before Lonely Is the Word.
Oh, Jesus. That's,
Oh.
God damn it. What the fuck? I'm blanking too on it. Die Young, is it Walk Away?
Yeah, walk away. Walk away. Yeah, walk away.
Walk away. Yes.
These are pretty even.
Shook me all
I
night
gotta
long
go.
versus walk
I
away.
gotta go. I gotta go. You shook me all night long.
So this is going to be the last track off of Back in Black. Have a drink on me versus lonely is the word.
Have a drink on me. I go have a drink on me.
Lonely is the word, even though that song's fucking
Lonely
awesome.
is the word. Okay. Hmm.
So there is no bonus tracks from Black Sabbath. Well, there's no bonus tracks from that period. Not that I can think of.
Obviously, ACDC. Obviously, like I said, ACDC had 2 more tracks.
Have a drink on me.
Since we're on ACDC and Sabbath, for those about to rock or Mob Rules. That's another interesting one.
As much as I love Mob Rules and think it's perfect, I have a personal connection with For Those About to Rock. I think For Those About to Rock is an underrated ACDC album, and it is easily the best drum performance from Phil Rudd. No question about it.
Man, I gotta pick Mob Rules.
Mob Rules.
I mean, I love the combination of Sign of the Southern Cross going into E5115 and into Mob Rules, but some of the other songs I'm just like, okay, yeah, they're great and stuff like that. But then I think to myself, just those 3 alone pale in comparison to like majority of For Those About to Rock for me. You know, the title track, uh, uh, I put the finger on you. Let's get it up. Inject the venom. Snowball. COD. God, just
Evil
so
Walk.
much fucking.
Evil
Yeah,
Walk.
evil walk. Yeah, evil walks. Fuck my fucking
Evil
god.
Walks. Oh yeah.
Just some of those alone beating the rest of Mob Rules for me, without a doubt.
COD. Call of the
Devil!
COD.
Believe me! Yeah.
That's a great song.
Fucking,
That
I mean, come
evil
on,
Spellbound.
y'all are picking freaking Mob Rules over that. Like, come
Well,
on. It's like, I get the 3. I get that trilogy of Southern Cross to
Okay.
Mob Rules, but motherfucking the rap majority of For Those About to Rock just eats up the rest of Mob Rules. Like, not even close.
All right, this is the final Sabbath. This is the last Sabbath versus ACDC. Dehumanizer or Ball Breaker.
Sorry, ball breaker. Oh wait, here's the finally I can say that this is one ball breaker's gonna lose. Dehumanizer, motherfucker, the best,
definitely
Dehumanizer.
the best Dio Sabbath album.
Now,
definitely Dehumanizer.
if it was Flick of the Switch versus Born Again. I mean, not on all the tracks, but
Shit, I know I
Born
do
Again.
not like. I know I don't like 2 songs off of Born Again. I know we were talking about it when we did the deep dive. Y'all know which ones they were, Trashed and Zero the Hero. But I gotta go with the Black Sabbath one. Or as I like to call it, the Purple Sabbath one, because of Ian Gillan's Deep Purple and all that stuff. I call it Purple Sabbath. I call it Purple Sabbath. Doesn't make sense. It's Ian Gillan from Deep Purple and the rest is Black Sabbath, you know?
Yep.
Even Bill Ward. It makes sense. But yeah, I gotta go with Black Sabbath, Purple Sabbath. I go with that one over Flick of the Switch.
And imagine in an alternate universe, Uriah Sabbath, where let's just say Mick Box joined in and joined along Tony Iommi for an album.
Uriah Sabbath.
We got a Uriah Sabbath album. A Uriah Sabbath.
Blackheath, maybe? No. Blackheath might sound
Blackheath.
better.
Blackheath. Hey, I like the sound of that.
Blackheath sounds better than that.
I think we talked about this. I talked about this with somebody. I think it would have been cool if Brian May and Tony Iommi would have made an album together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
ooh, that would be
interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
Imagine Eddie and Tony doing. Well, Eddie did an album with Sabbath, right? Eddie did do something with Sabbath already, right?
Well, he co-wrote a song off of Cross Proposes. I forget
No,
what song.
Headless Cross.
Yeah, just for
Oh yeah, Headless Cross. Brian May did a solo on When Death Calls. But then, oh yeah, when you were talking
Yeah,
about Cross Purposes, and I'm like, I see a track. I'm like, Eddie Van Halen wrote a song with Black Sabbath. What?
yeah.
I saw
It's off
that.
of,
I'm like,
yeah.
that can't be right. What is that, Eddie? Is that it? I was looking at the track list, and I'm like, that can't be right. That's Eddie co-wrote a song with Sabbath. What?
Well, you got to remember too. Back in '78, not Ozzy, Black Sabbath and Van Halen toured together, and that's when Van Halen literally blew them off stage. Well, that's when Ozzy was so messed up too.
ooh. Okay, here's one for you, Ben.
Go ahead.
Create, create, create a super group with David Lee Roth on vocals.
Wow.
Well, we already had one.
So you gotta have drums.
We already had one all that he did. We just need a better drummer. No offense to the guy he had, but literally he had Steve Vai and freaking Billy Sheehan. I mean, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
But here's
Just round it up with the drums or
yeah.
something like that. Who can we get drums? Shoot.
Benny Appice?
Shit,
No.
I'd get the drummer from what the hell is his name? The drummer from Rat. Well, why can't I think of his name right now?
All right.
I'm trying to think of all. Would he work? I don't know if he'd work. Maybe, I don't know. I was thinking Tommy Aldridge from Whitesnake.
That could be a good fit.
Create super group with Phil Rudd on drums. Ooh, now there's a challenging one because it wouldn't sound like AC/DC, but it would still have that groove.
I'm trying to think. It would have to fit. It would have to be within the style because Phil Rudd's not quite a flashy drummer when I think about him. So you'd have to have some people
He
that
can play a bit.
I mean, he's as basic as you can get when it comes to drummers in rock. So I'm trying to think of like you have to have
I disagree there.
I mean he's like Ringo in some cases. He's just like he fits with the song and stuff like that. It's just like it's just like okay, but you need somebody who can
Okay,
work.
let me think. Let me think.
Oh god, that's kind of difficult because I'm like I'm gonna go off his drum performances off of
That was kind of tough.
Jimmy Bain.
Jimmy Bain
Jimmy
on
Bain
bass.
on bass.
Really? I don't know about that one.
Angry Anderson on vocals from Rough Cut, or not Rough Cut.
They played together before.
Yeah.
Rose Tattoo and Buster Brown.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
God, who could you get on guitar?
All right.
I think you can have you have to have a bass that's more of like in the background with the drums and stuff like that, doing all the rhythm stuff.
Okay. I
Maybe,
got one.
maybe
Screw
you
the
think
bass.
of actually guitars vocals.
Not Glenn Tipton. The bassist for Priest, Ian Hill. There you go.
That's a good man. Yep. Yeah, he kind of plays with the guitars, and he's always in the background. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, guitars. You're gonna need somebody. You're gonna need somebody flashy, pretty much. If we're gonna try and be like maybe some AC/DC, like gonna have to have like a flashy guitar, doing stuff, doing lead guitar stuff and being, kind of like what Angus would be, and then you get someone who could be like a Brian or a Vaughn. Who could work? Guitar wise.
Wolf Hawkman on the set.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was thinking more. I was thinking more someone around that time with Phil. So this would have
Mm.
been 70s, going into early 80s. I'm thinking to myself, hmm, how
It's
about
kind
this? How about this? Ace Frehley.
of interesting.
Ace,
He's got that
Ace,
dirty blue
Phil. So we have,
I think it could work. I think it could work. I
so we
mean,
have
Buzz.
Phil, Ace, Phil.
And then vocals. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
thinking Brad Delp
Hmm,
from
that's
Boston.
that's kind of interesting.
He's not. Yes, he's a belter. No, all that stuff. But he's not of a Bon or Brian type of vocalist. Yeah, he can belt, but he's more of like you get coherently like he's belting in a singer like say others like Rob Halford and Bruce Dickinson would be like later on with the belting and all that.
Mhm.
Kind of those high pitched screaming and stuff, high pitched screaming, singing stuff like that. I think that could work. Yeah, Brad Dell. Yeah, it could work. And
Yeah,
you can do all the layering and stuff with the vocals.
yeah,
Or you can also, if we could have Ace sing, they can trade back and forth. Or maybe Ace could just be like, oh, I could just still stick the guitar. I'm like, I'm pretty good. You got a guy like him. Like, yeah, I'll stick to being the flashy guitar player and stuff like that.
right. Hmm. Yeah, that could be
Well,
interesting.
I read an article today. This was an article. This article came, well, it's today, but this article comes from the 1980 Angus Young talking, 1988 Angus Young talking about AC/DC's first big tour, where AC/DC toured with Kiss and Rush, and supposedly Angus said Malcolm and Phil were not impressed with Kiss. They weren't impressed.
Oh,
but
not impressed with who?
they like Rush. But they like Rush.
Wow, that caught me off guard. Angus and Malcolm like Rush? What? I did not expect to
No,
hear.
Phil and Malcolm like Rush.
Oh, Phil and Malcolm like what? I'm like what? I did not expect that. Someone of Phil Rudd's caliber
Because
to be worshiping at the altar of freaking Neil Peart, one of the greatest drummers of all time. Like that is, I did not expect to hear that. Wow.
well, yeah, this would have been 1975, 75, 70. This would have been right after they came to the States, right after
This
they
would
left Australia
have
and came
been
straight.
that would
No,
have been
they went to the UK first. They went to the
that would have
UK first, so it
yeah,
would have been in
75
the
would have
UK.
been, yeah, 75 would have
Yeah,
been 75 for Rush would have been Caress of Steel, which would have been the one before 2112.
yeah.
Yeah, Caress of Steel and Fly By Night both came out in '75.
Yeah, Fly By Night. So it's somewhere in there probably, and then they went and released did the work on Caress of Steel,
And then
and then 2112 and 76.
and then after that, after ACDC was they were the opener. They were the first band out. They were the opener. They blew out. They opened for both Kiss and Rush. Then I think they opened for ZZ. I think I'm going through reading it. Hold on, let me grab my ACDC book because I have that. I have that too.
What's up, Wyatt?
Shit's falling.
Hey,
So
Wyatt.
what?
Yeah, I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Just depends.
Yes. It says here after Kiss and Rush, ACDC opened a few times for ZZ Top.
Hmm.
That I did not know.
That would have been a good bill.
Dang.
Interesting. got Metal John here.
Yep, we got John here.
Mm-hmm.
He is
We got
staying
Dan
exclusively in the chat tonight.
That's it, I think.
Yep, we got 3. You got Danny,
Yep.
you got John,
Uh,
got Wyatt.
Cool.
yeah, because it says around 1978 is what 1978. So that's Power Age, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Yep,
that's right.
78. Yeah, that is Power Age.
Power Age. In the book, it says 1978 ACDC opened up for Black Sabbath.
Hmm. Interesting.
Boy, I found something pretty
Uh,
interesting the other day.
What?
When Let There Be Rock
mm,
came out back in '77, actually, it did not sell good.
Wow, that's
no.
surprising. I mean, I can understand. It's like I guess to some degree you look at that and you're like, what, this isn't any different compared to the previous albums. Pretty much,
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind
kind
of
of
the same. It's same. Obviously, when we did, it was just like it's the same, pretty much. Not much else
great
I can
album.
say.
Mm,
That's where ACDC really turned up the volume
right.
on that album.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, yeah.
Just another heavy metal maniac. I think he posted about 9 minutes ago. And one of he went in record store shopping, and one of the things he got was a cassette tape of Virgin Killer from Scorpions.
Just another heavy.
Ooh,
What's he another YouTuber on YouTube before? Or
Oh,
maybe I'm
just another heavy metal maniac. Yeah, he is. He's still a YouTuber on here.
yeah,
Yeah,
but no,
I follow him
no,
on Instagram, and he's showing like Zoetrope Amnesty, Scorpions Virgin Killer on cassette. Oh, and Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry on cassette.
nice. Those are good picks. Pretty cool. Hmm.
you know what?
Anything
I,
interesting?
I, the thought came to my head. The album Razor's Edge. I still don't like it. I still think it's the worst album ACDC put out. I know I'm gonna get hate for saying that, but my opinion. You can suck it, whatever, do whatever. I don't care. That's my opinion. I will say it's not the worst album in the world. That's the only
No,
credit I'll give to Razor's Edge.
my least favorite ACDC album, Stiff Upper Lip. I just found the album kind of
Yeah.
boring.
Flick of the Switch for me is the worst. When we did the
I
deep dive,
disagree there. That album fucking that album rocks.
I
Doesn't.
was I was just like, this is uneventful. This is kind of just It's there. It's, yeah, it's there. It's just it exists when it really shouldn't exist.
Come on. Tracks like Bedlam in Belgium, Landslide, Guns for Hire, Rising Power. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, there's some good stuff off that album.
Oh,
yeah,
flick it a switch. That's
it's
my
just,
favorite, Brian Johnson.
it's just a watered down version of For Those About to Rock. Not much else I can say about it. I don't care for it.
It's a great album. Yeah, I don't like Ella Storm.
And that is probably why I made a conscious decision to not bring him into the stream tonight, and stuff like this for obvious
Sorry,
reasons.
John.
Sorry, John, but it's better for you to be in the chat than in here because I'm like, Not taking that risk tonight.
Hmm.
We had Frederick earlier.
Yep,
Oh
but he
yeah,
had to get
Ben.
on. He had
Yeah,
to get on.
tell Frederick did a band versus band. He said, "This is Frederick. Frederick typed Lady Gaga or Cher," and I said I'd rather shoot myself.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, let me look. Let's scroll up here. Yeah, here's one of it. Here's one of his responses. This is one of his responses. I
Ice
see.
T, come on now. Ice T's
Yeah,
another one.
that was one of those. Yeah, that was
Ice
one
tea.
of them. And then this was after you had commented and stuff like that. Comment after? No, I guess not yet. But he had that on there. Yeah. I see. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's not even close. I
Now,
mean, good for you to spread the
eh,
word about new bands, but it's like, ugh.
eh.
Natal Frost. That's a good album. Natal Frost is good.
Oh, so always you know about them. I didn't know you
Oh,
knew about them.
black metal.
Oh, black metal.
Natal Frost, I believe, is a member of Carpathian Forest, and shit. I want to say he's. Oh, I think Natal Frost is in Green Carnation too, which is not black metal. They're more like
Uh,
they're more like
yep,
progressive.
yep. He also, yep, Carpathian Force. Yes, he also fronts the side projects World Destroyer and Craft, and since 2003, his own solo project. The stuff he did with Carpathian Forest,
Yeah,
Black Shining Leather, Strange Old Brew, Morbid Fascination of Death, Defending the Throne of Evil, and F you all caputum in anno est.
yeah. Carpathian Forest is
Mm.
pretty much like the Anthrax of black metal. They don't take themselves too seriously. Or I don't know if Anthrax, or you know,
Fair enough.
It-
Oh,
this
we
year
got
has been
Mark
kind of
Boy.
quiet.
Yeah,
for
we got
metal
Mark.
albums.
This year's been kind of quiet for
Oh yeah, I
for
might as well
metal.
go.
This year's
Yeah,
been really quiet.
There's just been a lot of stuff coming out I don't care about.
yeah. I've been listening to quite a bit
Yeah,
of stuff. I've so far got my, at least in some cases, top 10. I'll go in order. At least so far, I got number 10, Funeral, the Funeral EP. Number 9, Gravedigger, Bone Collector. Number 8, Blood Bark, Sacred Sound of Solitude. Number 7, The Halo Effect, March of the Unheard. Number 6, Marco Hitala, Roses from the Deep. Number 5, Seor, Amidst the Ruins. Number 4, All That Remains, Anti-Fragile. Number 3, Majestica, Powertrain. Number 2, Ghost Skeletta. And number 1, Dream Theater, Parasomnia.
Oh yeah, New Dream Theater. Yep.
June
The only
Dream
one,
Theater's good.
the only ones I got were the New Dream Theater and the New Gravedigger. Nah, there's something else I got too.
I enjoy. I really did enjoy that Gravedigger. I did. It's somehow still. I mean, there's going to be more. It's going to probably get knocked out because it's at the bottom of the top 10. So at some point, there's
20,
definitely a lot more that are probably. It's
it's the
probably going to get
23rd album.
Hey King
22nd album.
Hey, hey King Diamond, when's that new album coming out? That's the real question.
Yeah.
We finally get it this year. We've been waiting
Oh yeah, I
for
forgot the Killswitch album. I already listened to the Killswitch album. I still got to listen to the new Harakiri for the Sky, Pentagram, Lacuna Coil, Scour, Avantasia, Coed and Cambria, Disharmonia Mundi, Whitechapel, Cradle of Filth, Smith and Codson, Lordy. I already listened to Ghost. Jack Star, Felgrave, Eschaton, Scaphos, Vilcharda. Oh wait, those are out? Yeah, those are the only ones. Those are out. What are we at on the 15th? So I got 2 albums that have already been out. Fallujah, the new Fallujah, and yes, I'm going to listen to it. Fairyland. Yes, they put out a new album, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Oh, and the Catatonian Volbeat as well.
Yeah,
So
I've
that's
never been
all
a
tuned.
big
Those are all out at this point, but I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna be listening to those, and I'm like, I think all of those would probably I think a couple of those, because what did I say? Grave Digger's at number 9. Yeah, Grave Digger's gonna get knocked out at some point, unfortunately.
I do need no. I did
Mm.
no. I gotta check. I gotta check out the whole album yet. The new Pentagram. I like what I heard. It's good.
Pentagram may not knock out. That probably won't knock the Bone Collector out of the top 10. But I think some other
And the new,
Harakiri would put it on the edge. I don't think Pentagram is going to knock it out. Maybe
oh,
I
and
don't
the new,
know. But I will have to wait and have to hear the album to see if it does. But for now,
new,
that might be the one that Gravedigger can probably breathe a sigh of relief, at least for now.
new Jack Star too. I need to listen to that.
Yeah, that's on here. Yeah,
I did listen to the new Volbeat.
yeah. I haven't listened to that yet. That's one of the 4 on June.
Some songs
Or
on
this
there that
month.
are pretty freaking heavy.
Yep. But then I got after that July, I got Newborn of Osiris, Ashes of Aries, and Hacked Process. August, I got a couple that are I already did the Rodco for them. They announced their first full length in 13 years, Attack Attack with Attack Attack 2. Got to review that. Then Imperialist Prime. And then among the other ones for August are New 3 Days Grace, Chevelle, Halloween, Sinsanum, and Hexrot.
Yes, new Halloween. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And then also in September, at least for listening, Lorna Shore and Primal Fear. I have nothing. I have nothing in October, November, and December yet. But I have nothing. More.
Giving a bad taste in my mouth.
The Primal Fear, though.
That's better. You said there's a new Insania album, or the band Insania.
No, Sinsanum. It's one of the bands that Joey Jordan. It was one of the bands that Joey Jordison had started off after he left Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace, Joey. Oh yeah, the band he had. What was the other one? Vimic. That one's finally going to release their full length finally after all these years. Happy about that.
Nice. It's gonna cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this year's coming.
So what you been doing guitar wise, Ben? How's that coming along?
Well, I've been recording lately. It's turning out good so far, I think.
Cool.
What's the one thing you like about your bass guitar? Like, what are you liking about it so far? Like, is it the tone in it? Is it the tuning? Is it
what do I like
what do you like about that bass guitar?
I like it because it's different. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's got like a different feel when you play.
Nice.
But yeah, that's been fun. I taught myself Orion on bass.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
And my friend Dimitri on bass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard Metallica put out I think, was it the Load Era box set?
Oh, yeah.
Right? There's like a new box set coming out.
That's something.
It's gonna have. I'm like,
it's got like 26 CDs in it. I know there's a bunch of live stuff in there. They got like I think they put the show in there they did for Lemmy's 50th birthday back in '95, where they're playing a bunch of Motorhead covers. I'd get it for that.
Yeah.
It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it, a bunch of like live performances from that era. Yeah. It looks like it's stacked.
no one's gonna buy the Saint Anger box set. That's gonna be the next one. No one's gonna buy that.
The load. I'd get the load one. That's one
They'll
I want
probably,
to get.
they'll probably do one for Reload.
Yeah. I most definitely want to get the load box set. I definitely do.
Well, speaking of Megadeth, we did say Megadeth earlier. Dave's in the studio.
Yep. He's in the studio and he's still crying about Metallica from like over 40 years ago about something about something about songwriting credits again. He's going off about that. It's like, come on, dude. It's been 42 years now since you got fired from Metallica.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be pretty damn happy if I was him because I think he's done fairly well with Megadeth. I mean, right back in the 90s,
Yeah.
Countdown to Extinction sold pretty damn good.
hmm
I don't know.
This is what I think. I was. Yeah, I agree with Countdown to Extinction. I think that album, that was their attempt at going commercial.
It was.
Did rather well for them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't get number one on the billboards, but it got number two. I mean, that year, though, that Billy Ray Cyrus album was huge. Achy Breaky Heart, that dumb song.
Fuck Billy Ray Cyrus. That's another musician I can't stand. Billy Ray Cyrus.
I just don't get it, though. I mean, Dave has had success with Megadeth, so he's put out some damn good albums. So, yeah, he didn't sell as many albums. I wouldn't say he's like completely far behind as Metallica, but yeah, he didn't sell as many freaking albums as Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, he should be happy. He actually got the number one spot with Dystopia, and he won a Grammy for that album. Even though I'd be a little pissed too because they had some shitty band playing a terrible cover of Master of Puppets, so that would probably make me mad at the Grammys that year.
Damn.
So, what are some what are some Slayer deep cuts you want to hear live at Hershey?
Slayer deep cuts? Oh, well, that's maybe not really a deep cut, but I've never heard them play Chemical Warfare live. Chapter, and there's a million songs I can name. At Dawn They Sleep, Kill Again. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's a bunch of songs. Tormentor, Cryonics from Show No Mercy. I'd like to hear those played live. Like every time I've seen Slayer live, they played stuff from Rain and Blood, South of Heaven, Seats Within the Abyss, God Hates Us All. I'm trying to think. Christ Illusion, maybe? No. World Pain of Blood, when that was kind of new. But they never played the Metal Blade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that should be a cool
Seems
show.
like you're right. Sadly, you're right. Heap's not coming back to the States anymore because they're on their farewell tour. Sadly.
Yeah, I wish they would have came around here so I could have got to see them.
Mm-hmm. Free and easy.
There's a rumor going around. There's been some freaking rumors about Metallica making another album.
Oh yeah,
I heard that.
It's only been years.
But wanting to go back to more of a load sound.
I love it. I could understand that stuff because I'm like, they're getting pretty old at this point. I could understand experimenting when you're younger and stuff like that. but I think it's something that's like comfortable for them because I'm like, look how old they are. Like they're not gonna
Yeah,
be. Yeah, you can't expect them to start playing the fast, thrashy stuff anymore. They're getting up in age. They could. I think it could still pull off stuff from maybe Lightning and Puppets and maybe Justice, but
yeah.
don't expect them to
Okay.
play the thrashy stuff from Kill 'Em All as fast as they were. They're getting up in age at this point.
I don't know, but I've seen them play Whiplash live. They still played it pretty fast. That was back in 2022, though.
Yeah, that's only a few years and stuff like that. But I think that makes a lot of sense. Start going down. Being a little bit more older and taking a little bit more time and stuff like that, and doing stuff like that would be a little bit better and easier, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, even albums like Hardwired and Death Magnetic still have a little bit of that Load influence in there. They
Yeah,
weren't
but they weren't as
fast.
apparent. They weren't as apparent as they would be on like 72 seasons. They were
Oh,
kind of
well, absolutely.
they were there, but they were more or less in the background, pretty much.
I don't know. I've seen people compare 72 seasons to Injustice for all. I don't really hear it, but
mm.
I probably should maybe revisit that album and see if maybe that album will grow on me. It's not that I thought it was really a bad album. I just thought a lot of the songs were just too long. I don't know. I like the song 72 Seasons. There's stuff on it I liked. 72 Seasons. I liked crap, what else was on that album? Shadows Fall. I thought that was a good song. Buxy Turnips was good. It's not a horrible album. I guess I just have to listen to it more.
Yeah.
Doom metal makes you sleepy. I gotta be in the right mood for some doom
Yeah.
metal. Well, it's funeral doom I have trouble listening to. Some of that stuff is just
Yeah,
Hey, Ben.
the toughest band when it comes to that genre for me is Shape of Despair. And I did the deep dive for them, and just getting to the end of it was really difficult. And it was just like, God, come on, end this already. Jesus, it's taking forever.
Heard a rumor that sometime this fall, Pentagram might be playing at the Reading Rebirth
I'll be going to that if
sometime
that
this
happens.
fall.
I'd love to see Pentagram.
The only band I know is Thor's Hammer.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Five musicians. Five musicians that we know are gonna pass away. That's gonna hurt the music industry. Ozzy's one of them.
oh, definitely Ozzy Osbourne for sure.
Ozzy. I mean, that's a big one.
I'm gonna say anyone from Metallica. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I'm thinking the older ones, but yeah,
Oh,
Ozzy.
like older, okay.
Yeah, like older. I'm thinking, Cooper's
Angus
doing
Angus Young.
Alice. Yeah,
Angus Young.
David Gilmour,
Angus
Roger.
Young. Mm.
Angus Young, yeah.
All the Stones, all the remaining Rolling Stones members.
Nick Jagger.
Yeah, all of them pretty
Ringo.
much. Yeah, Ringo.
Ringo,
Yeah.
Paul.
Roger Daltrey and Pete Townshend from The Who.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Justin
Steve
Hayward.
Harris. I just said.
The remaining
Well,
members
eventually.
the remaining members of the Moody Blues.
Eventually, Maiden's going to be in that boat soon at some point.
Well, Steve
Same with
Harris.
Priest. You have Rob Halford.
Yeah, Rob Halford. He's going to be 74 this year, 73 this year.
Mm.
I want to say 75. I want to say he's going to be 74 this year. It's got, like I said, they're getting older, man.
Yeah.
Ben, have you seen Priest at all live yet? Have you seen Judas Priest at all live yet, Ben?
Yeah, I have not late. I mean, I seen him when they first. I seen him back at Ozfest when Rob Halford came back when they were doing that reunion thing. They were freaking amazing live. I thought back then. I remember me and my buddy were about to clock some kids behind us because they kept making fun of Priest. Oh, we want Slayer. We want Slayer. We're like, shut the fuck up. They were being annoying little shit.
Mm.
My intro to Maiden, the Peace of Mind album back in '88. First Iron Maiden song I ever heard was The Trooper.
Yeah.
Mm. Seems like Simon Dawson's doing well on drums with Maiden.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
I still haven't checked out that live footage yet. I'm going to have to check that out. Somebody said they're playing the song slower. I don't know. I'd have to watch
Simon's
it.
a rock. Simon's like Clive. Simon's more of a rock and roll drummer than what Nico is.
Yep. I'm going to have to look it up eventually and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
First Iron Maiden album I owned was Somewhere in Time. That's the first one I remember getting way back.
That's probably my that still is my favorite overall studio album, but it's not the first album I heard. First album I heard was probably Number of the Beast.
Interesting.
But the album I listened to the most is X Factor. That's the one that spun the most.
Interesting.
Wow. So that means you like it. So that would probably imply you like X Factor.
Yeah. It's right up there with Caught Somewhere in Time, in my opinion. I'm one of the rare people that love that album.
I like X Factor. I love X Factor too.
Well, Uncle Vonnie thinks Vulture 11 is the greatest Iron Maiden album. That is the greatest. It's better than Number of the Beast, better than Killers.
You spoke this into existence, Mike. God damn you.
I did earlier.
I don't like that album much, but the worst fucking album is still The Final Frontier. I just cannot get
it. I used to
Final
think
Frontier.
I used to think of that for the longest time until I heard Virtual 11. My God, that is the worst one for me. Like it is. It's not even close.
Current era Iron Maiden with Bruce back, it's probably Dance of Death is my favorite of the current Bruce albums.
I mean, Dance of Death. You know which one. Y'all know which one's my favorite. You know, it's also my all-time favorite.
It's not Book of Souls. It's Matter of Life and Death.
Nope, it is.
Favorite album, Ryan. Come on now.
Mike, it is the Book of Souls. Book of Souls is my favorite. Y'all know that.
Yeah, Final Frontier. That's the one. Even Brave New World, I had trouble. I don't go back and listen to it much anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not that I think it's bad or anything. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obviously, they won the tournament thing, so that means they're after Scorpions. Maiden is next for August. So I'm
Yes.
now on the process of
What?
who can I get for one
What's
part? Who can I get for both parts? Who can do partial? This and that.
what's that? What's that shitty Scorpions album again? I forget the name of it.
Oh, eye to eye.
I to I.
Come on. Eye to eye is the
Yeah.
best Scorpion.
Good Lord.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
I'd
why
rather
was
Like,
it so bad they
what?
went away for so long, huh?
I'd rather listen to somebody pull hairs out of their fucking anus than listen to that pile of shit.
We're gonna have to listen. We're gonna have to listen to it though.
Okay.
We're gonna have to listen to
Okay.
that.
Would you rather listen to? I got one. I got an album battle. Eye to Eye by Scorpions or Crazy Nights by Kiss.
I'd rather listen to
Crazy
Crazy.
Nights.
I'd rather listen to Crazy Nights than Eye to Eye. At least Crazy Nights maybe got one good song. One good song on there.
Another really bad album is Def Leppard X. That album sucks balls too.
Is that better than Eye to Eye?
I think no. I prefer X. I would probably prefer X over Eye to Eye. Probably.
Yeah, yeah. Eye to Eye is a bad album. The counts are bad. It's worse than fucking Demolition by Priest. It's worse than Saint Anger. It's worse than Lou.
I listened to Demolition. I love Demolition. Remember when I talked about
Eye to Eye?
it? No, Demolition from Priest.
Eye to Eye or FDF? Eye to Eye or Five Finger Dick Punch?
Oh, geez.
I'd rather listen to the one Five Finger Death Punch album I've ever owned in my collection than Eye to Eye.
I'd rather listen to a damn pillow over my fucking head suffocating my ears than listen to Eye to Eye.
Oh, I can't wait for to watch you guys rip a butthole into that album.
I'd rather stare at a wall and watch paint dry than listen to Eye to Eye.
Ooh, well, Ben, there's an idea for a. Here's an idea.
But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to.
Here's an idea. Here's an idea for Ralph. Shout out to Ralph Vieira. Hey, Dr. Fuck, how about you do a review of Eye to Eye by the Scorpions? I would laugh my ass off if Ralph reviewed that album.
I ought to donate money for him to review it. I gotta get Ralph's email. It's gotta be on his YouTube page. Hey Ralph, review this piece of shit and I'll pay you $10 for it.
Yep.
Because you're gonna need $10 to read. You're gonna need $10 to recover from this fucking shit that you have to go through.
Yeah, that is going to be.
That's gonna be a fun one for you guys to rip into. That's for sure.
Shit, actually, I used to think Pure Instinct was a pretty bad album, but no, it's actually not that bad. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of ballads on that album, but the ballads are actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. But Eye to Eye, Jesus Christ, Eye to Eye, man, what the hell happened? Oh, cripe. Oh, you're getting a preview of us trashing tonight.
Well, what would have been the lineup for that album?
I mean, obviously, you had Claus and Rudolph and Matthias Jabs there.
I think they were the only ones that were there.
Yeah.
I forget who they had on bass, but they had James Kodak on drums.
Oh, cool. We were talking. Hey, Mike. We were talking earlier about all the tag team division on SmackDown. One of those, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo just won the AAA tag team titles.
Oh wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
So
Okay.
that's what's going
So
on in the world.
hey Ben, had an idea for a video, and it would be like a 2-part series,
Okay.
and they would involve you and Ryan. Involve where we review some of the classic Monsters of Rock festivals.
Hmm,
We'll just call it Monster of Rock and
cool.
review Monster of Rock because there's been some great lineups for Monsters of Rock.
The best two I can think of is 1980, which I think that's the first Monsters of Rock. I think it's 1980 and 1988, obviously, with freaking Metallica, Dawkins, Scorpions. I think Van
Mm,
Halen was on that.
yeah.
I think no, Skid Row wouldn't have been on that. But yeah, 1988's Monsters of Rock.
ACD,
Was ACDC
yeah.
on that?
ACDC,
I
ACDC is
don't
in
know
one
about
of
that.
them. I think it's
I don't know about.
1983.
I don't think they were on that bill. I remember it was I know Metallica were on the bill, and then Dawkins, and then Scorpions, Van Halen with Sammy, of course. No Rock.
I guess Don Dawkins got mad because Metallica blew him off stage, and he's like, "How the hell are we going to compete with that?" That's what Don Dawkins was saying at the time. I mean, fucking Metallica was a machine back then. Because that would have been on the Justice tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they weren't a headlining band yet. So they were basically blowing every band off stage that played before them or played after them, I should say.
Well, I was the greatest ever. Shut up, Chip Barnes. I thought you left.
Oh, shit, Barnes, where the fuck did you come from?
I don't know. He just comes in and comes out. I don't know. I don't know where he goes.
What? We have shit, Barnes. We were doing damn good without you. Well, if Uncle Bernie has to make a short little appearance, I guess shit, Barnes does too.
Don't forget, you have the other one. I haven't heard from Gene in a while. Don't know what he's doing.
Oh, Gene
But I bet
Pervert.
Gene the Perfect has something. I bet Gene the Pervert loves Eye to Eye, especially when it's with a woman.
Actually, Gene Simmons thinks Eye to Eye is a piece of shit because Kiss makes the greatest music out there. Nobody else compares.
Wow. Even Gene the Pervert agrees with us that Eye to Eye is shit.
But not Uncle Barney.
That is a rare.
Uncle Barney loves that
Well,
I think Kiss was on that tour too, that Monsters of Rock tour.
Yeah, but they probably didn't. But they probably were makeupless.
No. It was obviously without the makeup. I think, man, I was thinking Halloween was on it. I forget who's all on that 1988 Monsters of Rock. I thought Halloween might have been on it too.
Okay. Let's just say the year is 1985. Let's go 85.
Okay.
You gotta pick six. You gotta pick 6 bands.
Yeah, I got.
3 of them are headlining.
I got the lineup here: Kingdom Come, Metallica, Dawkins, Scorpions, Van Halen.
Okay.
That was the lineup.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's another festival that had like Iron Maiden, Kiss, and Halloween on it. I forget which one it was though.
So you guys got to create your own Monsters of Rock. But this is in the 80s.
Okay.
You got You gotta have six bands. Six bands.
Well, that was only
Two of them
five.
are headlining. The rest are contributing acts.
Let me think about that.
So
Well,
it can be any year in the 80s.
hmm,
Let's see, Deep Purple was back together at that point. I'd put Deep Purple in there.
I'll go with. This would have to happen in the early 80s. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think they would. Black Sabbath would be a headliner for me, and with Tony Martin, that lineup. And
Okay. Okay.
then I'm gonna go with Priest as the other headliner. And then what was after that? Docking number 3. I'm gonna go with a smaller band that was. I would say that Docking was kind of so who would work in that? Oh, would they have been? Oh, where did Ben go?
He'll be back.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I was gonna say, would they have been? They would have been around in the 80s. Mr. Big. That could have been in the docking area. And then I'm thinking, okay, who would have been the Metallica part? So they kind of would be, Sabotage. That might be an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to think of an unknown one. So I'm like, Kingdom Come is kind of one of those, kind of like an unknown one. Not many people know about them except for maybe those who really, really know. So they are one of those kind of, you get to find out about that band pretty much. Wait a minute. Do I really want the Sabotage one? I have to think on that one. Ooh, Halloween. No, wait. Would Halloween fit in that? No, not Halloween. No. Who would have worked? Metallica. They were starting to get really, really popular around that point. Who could have worked? So you have to find someone who's getting really, really. You got to find someone who's getting really, really popular at that point. I would probably said, oh, Megadeth. Megadeth would work. Megadeth would work. I think they might have had the golden lineup at that point, so that could work. Megadeth. And then finally, I gotta think of someone. Oh, maybe would they have been? Medieval Steel to open.
There you go.
That is one that I would think 80s fans would probably, that would be like something you start off with a band like Medieval Steel to get your blood pumping. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Mike. If you missed it, I mentioned Megadeth, and then
Oh,
Medieval.
I heard.
Okay,
I heard.
cool.
I had the earbuds in. I heard.
Cool.
Right now I'm thinking of mine. I think I know what my openers are going to be. Not the closing acts. I mean the closers. As they're going to end it big. Opening. Twisted Sister. Why not? Get the crowd
opening?
going.
Really?
Yeah, but
Why not?
kind of
Open it.
That's a little bit big. That's a little bit of a. That's kind of a stretch right there. That's it, but that's interesting. But go for it.
My Monsters of Rock festival is going to be big. Mine's big. Mine's all big. So.
I'll be right back. So remind me of who you pick. I'm gonna go give me some water. And probably take a pill. So I'll be right back.
Then we're going to go with the Scorpions right after Twisted Sister. Scorpions comes out and does a set. Then Dokken comes out, does a set. Then Judas Priest comes out, does a set, but they're not the big act. So we have Twisted Sister, Scorpions, Dokken, Priest, two more. The first band to come out, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath comes out with Ronnie James Dio. Does a set. Then the closer, Uriah Heep, comes out, and everybody's loving it.
Interesting. Mine. Holy cow, this is tough. All right, so opening band. This is 1984-85. Okay. Got to go with the obvious. I'm going to go with the obvious one. Metallica open, just because at that time they're starting to get some steam. This would be around the time of Ride the Lightning. Number two, I'm going to go with probably Dokken. Wait, no. So number two would be Rat. I'm going to put Rat in at number two.
Ooh.
Number three would be Dokken. Number four would be Motorhead.
Ooh.
Number five would probably be Dio. So we need six bands, right?
Ooh. Yeah. What's
And
the final
headlining
act? What's the final
The
act?
headlining act, the reunion of the That's when Deep Purple got together too with their classic lineup. The headlining act would be I'm gonna go with Van Halen. No, wait. By then, never mind. By then, David Lee Roth's out of Van Halen, so no. Or they'd be my headlining act probably. Headlining act. Well, it's going to be Deep Purple since the classic Mark II lineup got back together around that time.
Yeah. And
That's
Ryan, you missed mine.
Oh, what did you say?
So my picks, Ryan. Twisted Sister, Scorpions, Dokken, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Uriah Heep.
Wow.
Yeah, mine was a Metallica opening. This would be around the time of Ride the Lightning when they're starting to really gain steam.
That would have been.
Number two was Rat. Number three was Dokken. Number four was Motorhead. Number five was Dio, and number six headlining was Deep Purple.
Wow. Deep Purple over Dio of all people.
Well, yeah, that one was kind of tough because that would have been around the time when Ann Gillan went back to Ann Gillan and Richie Blackmore went back to Deep Purple.
Mm-hmm. Man, Perfect Strangers is an album. Perfect Strangers is a great comeback album.
Yep, it is. That's a dang good album. That's tough because there's other bands I'm thinking that could easily have been on there, like Twisted Sister.
Poison? Poison. Yeah. No. Poison wouldn't be on that. No. Early Def Leppard could have been there.
Yeah. Fucking Iron Maiden. They could have been like
Iron
headliners. Oh, that's kind of tough to put that bill together. And of course, everybody's going to be talking about Metallica out of my bill. Oh, the thrash band. They blew everybody off stage. But yeah, kind of interesting.
War. Imagine War. War would have been a fun choice.
You could have a band like Anthrax open up too. So many
Yeah.
choices.
I wonder how ZZ Top ZZ Top. That'd be a wild choice, but
They
that'd
were
be a
They would
surpriser.
be they would probably be one of those that's kind of not quite headliner, but they'd probably be somewhere in the close to headliner. They wouldn't be one of the main like a
Mhm.
main event band. They'd be probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Considering it's the '80s and stuff like
Diamond
that.
Head.
Oh, they'd be opening. They'd
But
be one of the
King
openers.
Di-
They'd be. No offense to them, they would be. Diamond Head would be an opener. No offense to Diamond Head, they'd be an
no,
opener.
I said King. I said King Diamond. King
oh,
Diamond
Oh,
playing
King Diamond. Oh,
Monsters of
King
Rock.
Diamond. Oh, King Diamond. Yeah, I could. He is in that range of somewhere near the middle, close to the main event, or could be main event. He's somewhere in the. He's somewhere in
Yeah.
those.
heck yeah.
The Who would have been fun. The
Oh,
Who, the Who would have been
instant
a
headliners,
fun choice.
instant headliners, instant headliners. I mean, it's the Who. They're a legacy. They're one of those legacy bands. I'd be like, yeah, they're main event headliners, big time.
You know what? Another band I thought about doing a deep dive. I don't know how many albums, but Robert Plant's solo career. Robert Plant's solo album.
Hmm.
That'd be
Yeah,
that's something I thought about recently.
Yeah, I don't know much about his solo material. I know that Coverdale, or man,
Mm.
that's not Robert Plant. That's David Coverdale. I know that Coverdale Page album's good.
yeah.
The one that came out in '90s, sometime in the '90s.
The one Robert Plant song I recommend checking out. The track is called "Slow Dancer." It's a Zeppelin influence. It's a Zeppelin style song. It features Robert Plant and Cozy Powell on drums. The song's
Interesting.
called "Slow Dancer." Robert Plant.
Oh, nice. Jimmy Page.
I wonder if Jimmy Page has any solo stuff. He's gotta have some solo
Oh,
stuff hidden away
he does.
somewhere.
Well, I mean, he had. Well, yeah, him and Robert Plant made an album together. Page and Plant.
Mhm.
Then there was Page and Coverdale, like
You
I
know,
said.
it would be cool to hear Jimmy. It'd be cool if it was Atlantic Records or one of the record labels went to Jimmy Page and found some of the early Yardbirds stuff and
Hmm.
re-released some of the Yardbirds stuff that Jimmy Page was involved with the
Yeah,
Yardbirds. That'd be interesting to hear.
that could be cool.
Or or a Jeff Beck box. Ooh, a Jeff Beck box set featuring some of
Oh,
the.
yeah. Sorry, I'm just.
Uh, I'm just thinking of other monsters of rock. Rock. Yeah, fuck Bon Jovi. No, ew,
Yeah.
no, hell no. Bon Pony. That's what I'll
Oh,
call him.
I call him
Bon Pony.
Bond Blow Me.
Bon Pony.
I can't stand Bon Jovi.
Okay, I can see Aerosmith. I can see Aerosmith at a Monsters of Rock show.
Oh yeah, that's also around the time when the classic Aerosmith reunited.
Yeah.
Oh, they would have been a headliner if they were on. I think they were on I think Aerosmith were on Monsters of Rock a couple times in the '80s, if I'm correct. I don't even
Might
know if
be
it was.
right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that would have
I
been
mean,
around
the
the time.
obvious one would be, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh fuck yeah, top of the car.
Ozzy,
Top of the
yeah.
car.
Who the hell's freaking texting me?
Not me.
Oh, Jesus. Somebody said dumb shit.
I get that all the time.
Monsters of Rock. There were so many damn bands in the 80s, too. Anybody could have been on there. But yeah, man.
California Jam is another good festival that I would like to see CDs of. Well, I would like to see a full a good quality live CD of the whole set that Black Sabbath played at the California Jam.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. That had a freaking amazing lineup. Probably the only time that Black Sabbath and Deep Purple were on the same bill. Who else was on there?
Mm-hmm.
Black Oak, Arkansas was on there. Fuck, who else was on that? That's funny.
I do not know.
I think that was actually released on like VHS tape back in the day. The California Jam.
Can't forget
Black.
about Live Aid. That was the one. Can't also forget about Live Aid. That's another big one that happened too.
Oh yeah, Live Aid from '85. The one that Dio had. Yeah, that,
They had the one with Queen. The one
yeah,
with where Freddie came back with Queen. Yeah.
yep. 1985 too. There was one show that the original Black Sabbath did.
Mm-hmm.
Back
I'm just thinking of other festivals. There's not many. Like today, there's festivals today, but they're not as great as they were back in the '80s or the '70s.
Yeah, I mean, the last festival I can really remember is like Ozfest or freaking Mayhem Fest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could say Ozfest was like the final hurrah of that classic, like like I wouldn't say classic, but like like that like like for big festivals, because now most of the big metal festivals are in Europe. Not many are here in the States anymore.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, in the States, obviously, you still have freaking Maryland Death Fest and Hell's Hero. Those are like the two
Yeah.
main ones you have in the States. But yeah, all the other
Hmm.
festivals overseas, like Walking and all that stuff, or Whacking. Well, Milwaukee. You got Milwaukee Metal Fest too.
You got a Hellfest in France.
I mean, there's a couple around, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've just been chilling, so I don't have nothing really been going on with me, YouTube
I really,
wise, because
I can't really think of anything
I,
else to
I do
say.
I do have a YouTube complaint that I will say this. Whenever I try to record a video,
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't let me post it on my YouTube channel. I'm like, what the fuck is up with that shit?
Huh. That's freaking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think YouTube's pushing out the
That's
videos
why.
it should be.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I haven't been able to post any of my videos recently. I had a lot of videos I started loading in, and they
yeah.
wouldn't post.
Huh. That's odd. Yeah. I don't know. I just noticed too, YouTube doesn't really push out notifications like they're supposed to.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Well, I'm probably gonna head out, brother. It's a good one, Ben.
Yeah,
We gotta do another one of these, brother.
I think I'm gonna head out too. I pretty much ran out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, fair
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, I know we got. I
Till
guess
next
I
time.
briefly, obviously, talk about there
Later,
will
man.
be. Yeah, obviously, there will be more exclusives on the channel. Obviously, Metal Ben with his Sarg guys. Flame
Yep.
Within Flame review. Obviously, I'm lucky to have found him a copy on eBay, which I do hope he did buy it from eBay.
Yeah, I gotta purchase that yet.
Oh. And then there will be another exclusive from Todd Guy the Trash and Zombie.
Yes.
He is going to be reviewing what he said, Bear Mace, Slaves of the Wolf, I believe, Slaves to the Wolf. I can't remember what it was, but that is to come. Obviously, we got this week with PTB Empire, Crowdflame Audio Forge, the full album reactions to all the stuff he did with Conflict. They're coming up this week. We got, I think it's this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday is Prototype. Wednesday is Transform into a Human, and then Friday is the two-part, really, really long videos he did for their album Decision Code, which happens to feature a song with Burton C. Bell from Fear Factory. And yes,
Hmm.
you see, I mentioned Fear Factory. I'm not talking about the band that Dino is doing. That's not Fear Factory. Anything Burton does
No.
is Fear Factory. So I really don't care about that. But those are coming up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So with that being said, I guess we can end this here.
Yep.
Any final
Later.
words, y'all? Yep. Eater.
Don't be posers. Listen to metal and eat your vitamins.
Or rock, right? Or anything
Right on.
good music at the very least, good music and stuff like that. All right,
Yeah.
we will see y'all later. Maybe I'm gonna do more of these.
Later.
Maybe I'll do more of these hangout streams, hopefully. But yes, we will. Yep, don't be a hoe. Don't, and also whatever what was it Fraser says. Don't be a wuss or a pussy. And then, and as always, keep things metal. We will see y'all later.
Later.